to hear us.
Hopefully
Sure
they
hope
can hear
so.
us.
I don't know. I haven't used mindset right, and I saw yours go up and down, so that usually means I
Hello,
can hear you.
hello.
Yeah, you need to
Hi,
keep talking.
hi.
That is part of the setup.
Where is production manager Casey?
She heard went to
God.
bed. It's 8:30. But the later we do these, the less likely
Lacking.
Casey's gonna be here.
Well, hopefully
She goes
we
to
can be
bed at
heard by
7
everyone.
normally.
Let the lady sleep.
Well, for those of you who are up with us this late, hello, welcome, and thank you for coming back to Nat Disaster. My name is Brian Creevy. I am the DM, the Disaster Master here, and we're coming in for session 38, aka session 10 in season 3, Vicky?
See? No, session 11.
11. We're 11
Mhm.
into season 3
We're
now.
11 in.
Ah, God, I'm loving every addition to this campaign, and it's ramping up every single session. But yeah, we're back with the Misfit Warriors here. We've been for several sessions, and we're making our way down to Zista City. But yeah, I'm eager to get into today's session, so let's just go around real quick, starting with our tech paladin over there.
I am Conlon. I play Bracket in this campaign. I'm holding on by the barest of strings. That's why we play D&D, so that way maybe I can hold on some more.
Who do you play?
I said Bracket. I said it in the intro.
Oh, don't you always say all of them though?
I
You go
didn't
through
say
all
all of them this time. I did the last time we did stuff. You guys will
Gotcha,
figure it
okay.
out.
He's got
Watch
an
Watch our
attitude.
other content.
Watch our other content. Exactly. Did I ever actually tweet on Twitter?
I don't know about Twitter, but
Now I did.
honestly, fuck Twitter, so.
Fuck the hell
I-
site. Fuck Elon Musk. Fuck AI. Though
I knew that was
Gronk is
coming.
cool. Gronk knows what's up, which is wild.
Well, on the other side, we have in a new location our portal wizard with many issues.
Yes, hello everyone. I am Andrew. I am playing Oliver Evangrove, our portal wizard with daddy issues and a lot of other issues. I am in a new apartment that I just moved into.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah!
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah!
Yeah, see where this disaster takes us, I guess.
Oh yeah. And down on that corner, we have the true hunter of nature. We have Vicky.
Hi, I am Vicky. I am playing Nock. They are a halfling ranger. And have a giant towel. And are very proud of themselves for collecting enough Sprinter's Shadow for us to do the ritual in like 2 days. Or like
Mhm.
1 day? It's been
Those
like
were
a
some
day and a half.
Yeah,
Really
you
good
started.
rolls. Really good rolls.
We have enough of it now?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been doing it, buddy.
I'm not sure if you ended up seeing that part of last session, Callum, but they were actually searching through the Shade Shower Forest after you guys all left Lidris and was able
Yep.
to acquire enough now.
Oh, fuck it. Excellent. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Mhm.
Speaking of, we need to add everything to our inventories.
We're gonna
Yes,
use it, and the whole
yes.
city's gonna dissolve.
Cool. All right, and then last but not least, we have Chaos still blowing in on the breeze, just on the mainland now.
Oh, yeah. What a fucking fate. Ugh.
Fate
Yeah,
marches to
I'm
death, as they
down.
say.
I'm playing Yamakasi. Yeah, I missed last session because I got sick. So I need a bit of a refresh.
You made last session. You just
I
just
did.
faded out
We
halfway through.
I think it was food poisoning. I think I didn't cook our dinner very well.
I love how you just rolled up in your blanket hoodie, looking like a shady, shadowy figure walking across the tavern floor.
So I was
Roll a stealth check.
Sam.
I rolled at disadvantage. I didn't see it at all.
Well, this is our crew here. So yeah, we're excited to continue the journey for hopefully gaining the stardust that you guys need soon. But yeah, quick announcements before getting the session for lifetime stamps beyond Andrew's new apartment. I just had surgery today. I'm all good.
Oh.
But yeah, surgery and D&D, surgery D&D. That's why I've been thinking about that all day.
Yeah.
I would have done anything to be in this session. I would have done it on the operating table.
Buddy.
Roll for initiative.
The doctor
But,
would just like, let's go a little deeper this time. We're gonna change some things.
A little bit more. We need to put them on there.
We made some
Also-
adjustments there.
Also, the basement in this area we are furnishing. You can see we now have a entertainment center back there with a TV, a nice carpeted rug on the ground there, and thanks to Conlon, a wall and a door over there now, making progress on home ownership. Yay!
Yay!
God,
Okay,
life
I'm
is
making
so
over
busy.
the opposite progress is on home ownership. Next to me is a sack of twisted tea poured into this, so that way I may have sack whenever
Is that
I
a
need
clapping
sack.
sound?
Yeah, soundboard and stuff. That way I may have sack on demand.
Hey, you need to make sure you have sack available at all times.
Without sack, what do we truly know?
Sack is life. Sack is love.
Yeah.
Well, unless
Let's get
anybody has
started.
anything else, let's
Let's
let tonight's
go.
disaster unfold.
Yes.
Previously on that disaster, you guys made it back down to Ladris, parting ways with Jinrash after acquiring the knowledge needed in order to find the stardust that you all are looking for to help alleviate Zista City from the storm, helping Yamakausi make amends for previous actions. Heading over to Muri to return Nari, as the trek to Zista seems to be a little bit more treacherous than it was days before. The party does agree to still go see Cairo and inform about Nari. Maybe see if they can get some sort of meeting of Nari and Cairo. Maybe Cairo even coming back to Ladris to study. Walking Muri over to the council afterwards, with Yamakausi having once again another ice cube incident. The
Hey, can
The
you
party
do my
made-
twisted tea?
Hey, honestly, hey, you guys have an ice stone. You guys still have a couple of Mike's Hard lemonades, I think, left. I think you kept some that you were going to give to Kyron that you never drank, so you still have those. So you guys can get turned.
No, we can't.
Off to Mike's Hards now.
Like,
I
there's
forgot
like
about
5 of
those.
them.
I forgot that we didn't drink those.
Yeah, we were meaning to give a couple to Kyron afterwards, and sadly never
I
happened because the
completely
morning
forgot.
changed.
Oh my
But
gosh.
The whole
Making it
COVID happened.
Yeah, a whole
Like,
COVID, yes.
4 years in between.
4 years in one day in D&D time. But you guys made it to the council with Muri, running into Sergeant Aki, who had the letter, the sample letter for Nock for the Queen to kind of familiarize themselves with the message to the Queen, as well as a copy of the Treaty of Chicanery, the treaty that Nock is traveling to open up negotiations with the Queen. Speaking of the trials ahead, a voice ended up speaking out from the back room of the town hall, and with the group going over to see who's been imprisoned at the proposal of coming along to paint a portrait of it. You guys went into the back room and found a gnomish female who was found casting some sort of magic in the woods the night before and has been imprisoned because of it. After a couple rounds of
Ooh.
questioning, figuring out who they are, where they're coming from, and trying to clear their name, You guys learned that they are traveling from the College of Creation up north to paint special portraits of life. And everything that you guys were speaking about sounded very important. With after some rounds of questioning from Brackett, realizing the actual adventure the Misfits are going on, Zani, or Zani's a full name, goes by Zani, agreed to come along and join the Misfits on their trek down to Zista to record down these important moments. They did end up clearing their name, though, as Easy, their animated easel, burst into the town hall room with a portrait that Zani had made of the soldiers getting dragged away by the Obscure the night before, after the incident of the Misfit Warriors back at Zitalia's Promise. Clearing their name and being added to the past to use magic in the Zistalian Kingdom, to the disdain of Broderick, who did not like the idea of such. The Misfit Warriors
Get over
headed
it.
out, alleviating Jeremiah Cladora that that Chiron didn't just ghost him after a night of passion.
Sorry, bud. Unless you're gonna start chasing that thing, you're gonna have to figure that out.
But and then Non letting them know that they already sent Urem and Ilgan ahead with the cart and got it all prepared for you all. You guys met up there, traveled south in the town, running into a Reek who had received a letter from Naresh saying of where they've traveled so far, thanking Arik for being a part of his life in this moment, feeling it was very important, and then also telling Arik to pass on a message to Nock for thanking them for telling Chiron to not acidically burn him for at least a couple of days, and it has spared his life on multiple occasions already.
I'm sure the letter would be tinged with like drops of acid. Writing that like having newly been burned and then like, well, it's worn off by now, but thanks anyways.
And after heading south outside Ladris, starting the trek to Zista City, you all made it as far as you could with the remaining hours of the day, gathering the remaining Springe's shadow needed for the spell, as well as Brackett teaching himself how to drive a cart, creating some sort of time paradox.
Time loop. I made a time. We have to win. That means, right? That's how it works. For this reality
Did you
to
make the
exist,
time loop?
we have no choice but to succeed. For this reality to exist, and therefore for me to exist by your previous failures.
Mm-hmm.
How did you make a time loop though? Like,
Urem
taught myself how to drive.
Urem asked Brackett to teach him how to drive a cart.
Yikes!
Urem and Brackett are the same person. I've accidentally.
I remember. Yeah,
I've inadvertently created a time paradox that the knowledge of knowing how to drive a cart just appears from nowhere, from the ether. Mm-hmm. I think it can be assumed that Jinrash taught me Brackett how to drive a cart.
It all comes back to the alcoholic.
You probably knew from like playing the game called Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
you knew about it. Like,
true.
That would be funny if that's where my actual knowledge comes from. Is from living in California.
We're all gonna die of dysentery, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that? What are you talking about?"
Sorry, I was doing drugs on the hayride.
But realizing also, 2 hours into the drive, Brackett calling Hope out from the back of the cart that Hope had been a stowaway in the cart, joining everybody on this trek south. And before leaving Ladris, doing a round of shopping where the party had decided things to buy, including multiple potions of healing and spell recovery, a healer's longbow for Nock, which Vicky, I have added that to Nock's D&D Beyond inventory with the updated. I did change it to 4d10 healing instead of 3d10.
Put it in here?
I put it in. I would refresh the page, but I believe I I mean, I'm
other
pretty sure I added it to your inventory.
I don't see it in here.
Well,
Did you use the one that says Nock's inventory?
yes.
On Beyond?
Well, you should be able to at
That's
least
fine.
search it that now, at least. I thought I
I'll
added
search
it. Just
That's
search
fine.
Healer's Longbow and it should
You
be
did
there.
Radiant Ripper. That worked fine.
Yeah, I added.
I'll look
And
at
that's another thing. Radiant Ripper getting upgraded to
Healer's
a
Longbow.
+1 magical weapon now. And also getting some interesting, like clockwork wind-up distraction toys as well. New instruments from Maka. And Yamakasi also commissioning certain types of weaponry and bolts with some of them to get in the future.
Do I owe money now?
We will figure out the honestly, with everything you asked for, I would say at least put 100 down just to hold it for the work. We'll figure out the exacts of everything at a later point, okay?
I'm
Yeah,
trying
sounds
to
good.
remember how much party gold we had left over. I think it was 450.
It's in the chat. It was 400 and something.
Yeah.
I think it was like 20 or 410
No,
something around there.
450. Oh yeah, 410. You're right, because Oliver has the Amulet of Health now.
Yes, that
Hold
was
on,
another thing
I'm
getting.
I need to add that to my inventory.
And then
Andrew, yes, please. This will give you more HP. Please tell us how many points it goes up by after you tune to
then
it.
bracket. I did chip
Oh, right,
in
yeah, I
the
have to attune to
65
it.
for your weapon, so I already subtracted that from mine. So you owe the like 125 or something. 140.
What do I
Let
owe?
me double check on my character sheet.
135. So we have 410 left in the party gold.
I'm pretty sure the party
will write
funded your
down.
amulet of health, so you can just
Yes.
add it to your inventory, and you've had time to attune to it as well.
Yes.
And did
410
you
I
check the
have had
money on
time
my
to attune
account?
to it.
Yeah, because you guys bought it in the town, and then you traveled in the cart for the rest of the day at that point. So
Okay, I just want to double check.
So I think we bought 6 potions of healing, and I think we discussed how to break it up. Does anybody have issues with that? We had originally we had 2 with Oliver, 2 with Bracket, 1 with Yamakasi, and 1 with Nock, but then Yamakasi said that he already has 1.
My health went from 40 to 52.
So let's
Nice.
give.
A whole 12
So I'm
points.
thinking maybe let's do 3 regular healing potions to Oliver, 2 to Bracket, and 1 with Nock. Because I have the healer's longbow, so I don't really need them unless I'm like dying and I need to heal myself.
Yeah,
Are you
I
guys-
honestly think that's a good idea because, like, it also gives us the ability to give it to Andrew, who is the
Yeah.
likely most to need
Yeah.
it.
So I'll
Also,
just add
Portal
1
Wizard.
to mine.
Exactly.
Exactly. Anybody with a lot of movement is good to give a healing potion to.
Dude,
I'm
yes.
just
Can you
usually
imagine if Andy
unconscious.
had like healing darts?
Dude, I have
That
healing
would be dope.
arrows. That's what I have.
Well, no, but I was saying as like you as Andy, if you had like darts that did the
Oh,
same
gotcha.
thing.
So I have 1
But-
healing potion.
one thing too, not read the healer's longbow when you get a second. I word it, you can see my exact wording, but I did it so you are able to like kind of pre-charge those arrows, so you have them at the ready, or you can do it as a bonus action. So
Okay. So I
like I
can
left that so you could either store them immediately in the morning, or you can kind of hold them for like and do it in a moment if you needed. So
Gotcha. Okay.
But- after shopping and traveling the rest of the day, the Misfit Warriors, or at least Nock and Bracket in the Misfit Warriors, recognized a familiar sight approaching on the eastern side of the road on the left-hand side.
Oh yeah.
A familiar hole in the ground that they had seen on their previous journey down here when they were first delivering the jar of preservation.
Oh right. That's right.
And as the sun is setting and the group decides to pull over here for the for a night's rest, Nock ends up hearing a voice calling out for them and Chiron to come quickly to the Portraits of Purity. I can only hold out here for a couple of days.
Okay.
And
So
that is where we
yeah.
ended last month's D&D session.
So
So
is
Nock, you are
that-
the only one who heard that, as Bracket's just pulling the cart over to the side of the road.
do I know that that would that be in the grove or would that be down here where I crawled
it-
through?
In the
You never got the
hole.
official names, but you do remember when you went in the hole and you found the secret shrine. There was one picture, a larger picture frame with water, a pool of water on it that you looked through the purity, and then one blank, smaller one on the wall, the dirt wall behind it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
portraits of purity. I mean, it would be able to connect the dots.
Okay. I would run down then. I would just go. I would just go.
Do you even wait for the cart to stop?
How fast is it going?
We have not stopped yet because you haven't said jack shit to me.
Well,
No,
we
you're
said we
just-
were gonna pull over here to rest, right? We were
Did we?
saying
Is that what we said?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you pulling over
Bracket,
when
you're
Nock
slowing
Okay.
down and pulling
We're
it over.
slowing down. I'm not gonna jump like. I'll wait until it's like a reasonable speed,
Okay.
and then I'll just use my boots to spring off.
Are you saying anything to anyone?
I don't know.
The hole.
Vane will just go, ooh, and then just kind of
Yeah.
fly after you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like call out of the car, like, "Hey, where are you going?" And if I see you jump in the hole, I'm definitely following you. Like,
Yes, another god. Another god talks to the llama man.
I gotta go.
yeah, I'm. Can I follow? Is that okay?
All right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I'm
All right,
excited.
so
That's fine.
Nock and Yamakowski, Nock scrambles
I do
down
pull
the
the car
hole,
to a stop.
and Yamakowski following behind. Vane flying down in this small space, kind of too fitting through still. Bracket and
Yeah.
Oliver, what do you do as Yurem, Zani, and everybody is like, is that Zani goes, is that a private thing? Should we go or?
I'd say we shouldn't go, but we should monitor the situation. So, let's set up camp, get a fire going, begin cooking some food, and keep an eye that they don't just, we don't need an explosion or a super powerful glowing light that eviscerates them.
Or they just
Ooh,
don't come back. Like,
Yeah.
I'm a pretty-
Do a good timing on them. Make sure it's not more than an hour or two.
I'm a pretty good chef. Here, let's set up right next to the hole so we
Oh,
can like
sick! Our chef
listen
just
for
left,
screams
even
of
though he was a
death.
drunk. Do you flavor all of your food with liquor as well?
No, some dishes, but not all.
I'll miss that.
what are we gonna do with all this surplus liquor?
I can spike something tonight.
Sure, let's see what happens.
That would be lovely.
I'm gonna go
After
find
the-
some wood in the
Alright.
forest within our. We're gonna set up some torches first, and I'm
The
gonna go
alarm
find some wood.
torches.
Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
I would leave those in the cart. I wouldn't have those on my.
Yeah, we'll
person.
set those up in a
Jump into
cart between us and road. We're gonna set ourselves up behind cart.
Gotcha. All right, and then as that is happening, Nock and Yamakowski roll athletics checks as you are
Okay.
making it down the wall of the hole.
Can
all
I
right,
just
first
use my
official
boots
roll
to
with my
hop
minute
down?
dice.
Yeah, if you want to, I'll make it an acrobatics check at that point, since you're like
Okay.
hopping from the walls to get down safely.
Okay, it's kind of the same, but it's more fun for flavor.
More flavor, you know.
Flavor.
Decent. 15.
What did you
Okay.
ask me to roll? Acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics if you're climbing down.
How far is the drop? Like, I'm definitely.
30
I'm probably
feet.
just gonna jump in after Nock. Like,
30 feet. You're gonna jump 30 feet.
yeah, I guess so. Fuck. I mean, if I saw
Nock
Nock just jump in,
jumps-
I'm not thinking like, oh, the striding and springing boots. I'm like, it's probably not that far.
So Nock jumps and
Yeah.
bounces off the wall twice to get down safely. Yamakowski, please roll a dexterity saving throw as you just jump and realize it's a lot further down than you thought.
All right. I
Well,
saw the
to be fair,
desperation in your
he
face.
just
I was
sees
like,
me
oh,
hop off the cart and then hop into a hole, so he doesn't know how deep it is.
yep, that's 100%. So that is 24.
Okay.
Oh, I
That's
can't tell if the +1 is being added to everything. Yeah, no, it's 24.
That's good.
I have new dice from
Yes.
Vicky finally.
Finally have
And the first one I'm gonna roll is the D6 for the fall damage that Yamakausi's taking right now.
Oh,
What? With a 24?
You take half damage. You still take
okay.
damage, but
Mm.
Which
ooh,
is
I
better.
rolled very good with this D6. I like this D6 now. So you take 16 half to 8 points of bludgeoning damage as you just stick the landing, but it was a little harder than you were expecting since you were
so definitely
expecting
like
the
a
fall.
superhero landing. Like I'm just sitting there like, son of a bitch, that hurt
Yeah, your
so
knees
much.
are in your tits.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting there like I just cracked my beak in 3 places.
You're like, I'm
Yeah.
fine.
Whereas I
Ow.
did like a Mario style wall jump down the thing.
I'm just
All
gonna
right.
like as you hit the ground, I'm like just gonna go and stand up straight.
You good?
What's down here that was so important?
Come on, I'll show you.
Okay.
You broke
Ooh,
your
and I
knees
just
for it.
realized you guys both speak primordial, so you guys can actually like communicate in primordial
Yeah.
regularly. Awesome. All right, so yeah, Nock, as you lead forward, it is dark
wait.
moving
I do wanna
forward
say, though,
once you get outside the light of the hole.
I want
Mhm.
to pull my sword out so I can see because it makes a light.
All right,
Cool.
Yamakausi. Now you have 2 friends who can light up with their swords. So
Thanks, guys.
Yamakausi holds out the sword and it lights up the
Cool.
area, and you can see it's about like 50 to 60 feet down before the this hole, just a complete chamber of dirt, just almost like hollow carved out. And at the very end of it, it kind of forms almost like a cul-de-sac, kind of like circular ending. And there are 2 treasure chests on a grass mound at the end of it. And just at the peak, Nock, you can see that hole at the back wall that you had discovered last time, still obscured slightly by vines.
Perfect. I'll lead Yamakasi over there.
Okay.
Can I ask questions? Like,
Yeah, go ahead. As
okay,
you're
so
walking forward, how do you approach? Just walking casually?
yeah, for sure. I'm gonna probably like be right on Nock's like 5 or 4, like right behind them on the right side, with my sword kind of raised above my head so we can both see. Have you been here before?
Yeah.
What what are we looking at? Were those
So
there
we're
last
gonna.
time?
Yep.
And as he says that, you are now within about 20 feet of them, and they're in the exact same spots they were last time.
Mm.
Is Blinky going off?
You do feel
Blinky.
Blinky moving around on your finger.
Are they
Oh,
alive
excellent!
again?
I'm gonna
We
I'm gonna
killed them
brush past
before.
Nock and go and talk to them. Like you know how you approach a cat when you like crouch down and like rub your fingers together.
Yep.
I'm going to do that. I like brush past and I'm like, oh look, a big mimic. Hi, friend. And I'm like
You might not
talking.
want to get so close. That's not what
No,
we're
no.
here for. We killed.
No, it's
them
okay. I can
last
talk to them when
time.
we come out. I'm gonna leave them treats and continue on with you without disturbing them.
Are they
And
alive?
if the
We killed them.
I mean, it might be new ones. Might
That came
Blinky
back to
only
the
is
same
scared
spot.
of. I don't see why not. Blinky's only afraid of living mimics.
Weird. Oh, okay. Well,
He's giving me a strong indication that there's other ones in the room other than the ones that are with me.
all right.
Yes.
Well, I guess we'll just sneak past them if they haven't noticed us already.
Roll stealth check.
Okay.
Okay. Can I still leave food in front of them? Is that okay?
Yeah, it'll be a little higher DC for you to do that extra action, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
Dirty 20.
Uh-oh.
Don't get killed.
Did he finally roll
Oh,
badly?
SpaghettiOs.
No, it's just it's a 2, but it's a really low stealth check for me. So it's 2 plus 2 plus my stealth check.
Okay.
It's just the game finally balancing you for your awesome nat 20s and nat 18s that become 24s.
So, Nock, you're able to walk and sneak by these chests quietly, and you get to the entrance of the hole, moving to the vines side, seeing the path with a slight glow from Yamakausi's sword. As the glow kind of turns a little bit, as you look back, as your friend is putting some food out in front of the treasure chests, and as he drops two of them, two pseudopods come out and attack Yamakausi.
Okay.
He gave them food. They're bitches.
Nah, it's okay. I'm about to make so many friends.
It's okay. I'm about to make
Do
so
12
many
or
friends.
17 hit?
A 17 does hit me. Meets it, beats it.
The first one does not make contact with you, but the second one whoosh, kind of smacks you in the back of the head, and now it's just stuck, and you can see the feathers kind of getting dragged as it's attached to this gooey adhesive trait. And you take, 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you are now adhered to this one.
Can I say something to Nock since I just got myself got? Just go
Sure,
on ahead.
real
If
quick.
you need something, yell for me.
What?
Don't kill them. I was trying to make friends. This is definitely my fault. I'm sorry.
It's stuck to you. It's trying to eat you. What are you talking about?
And the
Nock
other
is,
one
like,
winds up
halfway
another one.
getting halfway getting their bow out. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Leave it alone.
They're highly misunderstood creatures, Nock.
What?
They're gonna both attack you again since you're just wasting time right here. So the one who didn't hit the pseudopod before, he's also missed again. But now the one that has grappled you, that is another 17 to hit with its bite attack, and
I guess.
you're
Do you want me to try like animal handling? I don't know.
you're gonna take 7
7
points of piercing damage. And
Can I
then
move
8
out of
points of
range
acid
of the-
damage.
No, you're attached.
You're stuck to it.
I can move at half speed.
They're very misunderstood
Bring
creatures.
it with you.
I just don't want the one that's
Nearly.
not stuck to
It's like
me
a person
to keep
with a
attacking
freaking
me yet.
tiger.
Oh my god.
What do you say, Callum? What do you do?
I was just saying I don't want the one that isn't attached to me to be able to keep reaching me easily, so I'd like to move it like half speed, drag the mimic along with me, and get out of...
Why? Why are you doing this?
New friends.
Okay.
Do you want my honest answer?
Yes, this is Knocking character.
Oh, I think they just need friends, to be honest. I have 2 that I've made friends with, and I think I can make more. I don't know that it's necessarily like important, but I definitely feel strongly about it.
Are you trying to break free at all, or are you just pulling it?
I'm definitely breaking free of the attachment, but I'm not trying to like hurt it.
Roll an athletics check.
Okay, give me 1 second to roll the check.
If they eat you, I am gonna kill them.
I
Okay, they'll just be a reaper to get you.
I can't necessarily argue with you, and I wouldn't be able to because I'd be dead. So
If this game,
like, in
if we
character-
end this session with Yamakowski dead again, I'm gonna be pissed off.
I'm not gonna
guys, I
let
have like
a freaking
100
mimic
HP
kill
left.
him.
I'll be
I'm
fine.
not gonna let a mimic kill him. Don't worry.
So I'm like moving out of the range, and I'm like trying to like brush the pseudopod off with the flat end of the sword.
Roll athletics check.
Oh man. Okay. Nock
This
is
honey is
gonna
very
try
hard
to
to
think
squirt.
of something that could help. So let me.
Oh fuck yeah, that's a nat 20 with +2
Oh,
plus
perfect.
athletic.
Good job.
That beats the 7 I rolled.
Hell yeah.
So, all right, yeah, as you inch yourself away, you're able to break yourself free of the adhesive trait. The other mimic follows in your direction, but you are now 10 feet away from one, 15 feet away from the other one. Nock's still at the entrance. Yamakowski, what do you do?
Okay, so I'm going to like ask Blinky and Gaunty to like help me out here, and then I'm going to like, I think, let me just look at my features and traits real quick. I didn't think I'd be out so quick.
I have 3 pounds of salted meats. Can I just throw
Oh yeah, start tossing that towards the one that's further of
pound
me.
of salted meat?
Roll a monster handling check.
Okay. Can I use animal handling?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm
Okay.
looking for my Oath of the Watchers thing. I want to see what it
That
does.
is a natural 20
Holy
Hey!
fuck, Pitson.
for
Holy
a total
shits.
of 27.
We are doing great, guys. 27. As Yamagasi
I'll roll
breaks
twos
free
the
and
rest
he
of the
still looks,
session.
he's kind of trying to like figure out what he's gonna do. You just take the salted meat and just wave it out. Both the
Yeah,
mimics
I
kind of
whistle.
turn in your direction. You whistle and then it just
Yeah.
the other direction. They start hop, 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 hop,
Okay.
hop
Bye-bye,
over in the
guys.
direction of the salted meats.
All right, come on. Come on, bird boy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to. I'm gonna like try to animal handle one of them. I want to convince
Oh my
it and show it that I have friends that are mimics, and that I think it should join us because I can feed it.
Can
Okay.
we get to the objective?
No.
No,
Yes.
you just go down the hole.
I want to carry him with me. I carried one shaped like a shield.
All right, Nock, you travel down the hole.
I'm
Yamakasi,
going.
roll an monster handling check.
All right, I'm using Blinky for this one, guys. If he bites my finger off, I will give up.
If you die, it's your own fault. Bye.
No, you're right. I'll be right there. So that's
Nock
18
is like,
plus
what the
4,
actual
and then you
fuck?
said animal handling or what?
Yes.
Yeah, animal handling.
Okay, so 18 plus. That's 29.
29. As you're talking to it, they don't necessarily seem any bit more friendly. They're very preoccupied with the salted meat as they're both ripping and tearing it apart. They regarded you for a second, but they're just focused on their meat right now. They don't attack you, though.
All right, well, for now, I'm going to follow Nock since they're not bothering us.
Okay.
On our way out, I'll tame one and bring it with us into camp.
No.
to
I'll
fight
sleep
an
further
armed
away from
war
you
later.
guys.
So, Nock, you're able to fairly easily just walk on your hands, move on your hands and knees here. Yamakasi, this space is very tight for you as a medium creature. You are able to make it through, but like just fitting in the space as you're like army crawling on your arms forward. So
Okay.
it takes you a little bit longer to get there, but not getting through the first, you once again see the dirt room with the small shrine for the goddess Nyra. Nyra's statue is pointing gently down to an altar that has a bowl of coins in it, and in front of that, there's that 3x6 rectangular kind of pool shaped that you had stuck your cast cure wounds on, and then stuck your head through it last time. And then you do also see that same 3x3 picture frame on the wall behind the statue from there. The first thing that catches your eye, though, you can see there seems to be a flower kind of just like in the center of the water on the picture frame, just slowly turning as the water's still dripping from the ceiling above.
Does it look like a flower that I've seen before?
You can roll a nature check.
Okay. Four.
The form of this flower is burnt so bad,
Oh.
you're not sure how it's even maintaining form on the surface of the water. You're not sure what it is.
I
A
would
few seconds
first of
later,
all-
Yamakasi just pulls himself out of the hole, just barely fitting.
I'm
think
literally like,
first
as I'm
I
pulling
would
myself
put,
out, I'm like, thanks for saving my butt back there.
Oh, you're welcome. I do it for a lot of people.
So what am I looking at here? Is this do I recognize the statue at all?
Roll a religion check.
Ooh, that's a nat 20
Nice. Nice,
Jesus
nice.
for a total
Christ.
of
yeah.
27.
Damn, guys, good. Yeah, you recognize this. There were several people on your crew on the ship who did have little statue altars that they prayed to. This is the nature and healing goddess Nyra.
Oh, Rain was visited by her, I think, while we were heisting. I'm just gonna like nod and put my hand over my chest and say, "Milady," like.
You watch
Milady.
as Nock takes a gold piece out of their pouch and puts it in the bowl. And then
I'm gonna do the same.
I'm gonna walk
Like
up
I'm like
to
watching you.
the portrait where I see the flower that's burning.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna reach out a finger and touch it.
The flower.
Mhm.
You touch the flower, and it doesn't crumble, but instantly it's so warm to the touch that it does 1 point of fire damage to you as you just feel like a little burn on the tip of your finger.
I think
And you can see a little vibration forms in the water for a second after the impact.
Nock instinctually would pull back just for like a second. And then try to grab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're reaching out to grab the flower?
Mhm.
All right. You grab onto the flower and it still is warm as you're holding. Are you holding it while it's in the water or are you picking it out of the water?
I think I'm gonna hold it while it's in the water and then try to walk through.
Okay. So you grab it in your hand one more time and still feeling that burn. A little bit worse this time as you're actually holding it, taking 6 more points of fire damage. But as you grab that and you push your hand through, you do fall through the water once more. Just as the little bit like before, your hands and your face coming through in almost a few inches of space. And almost like there's a glass panel in front of you staring up at the sky. You seem to be back staring through to the purity, to the night
What am I
skies.
seeing?
You see Nock kind of grab and burn the flower and then just kind of push her face, and the water is like maybe an inch thick in this portrait like area that you are, and Nock's face and hands go through the portrait, and you can't see it through the water if you look at their back.
Okay. Do I get the feeling that she's slipping all the way through it, or they're slipping all the way through it?
It seems they seem to stop like as soon as they get to a certain point.
I'm gonna hover my hand that has Gaunty like over their leg in case they start slipping through.
Okay, good to know. And Nock, you see the trees in the purity that normally have like a pinkish glow look almost like dark in at this point of night. There seems to be the glow of a fire a little bit away, and as you stare and look over, you can see there does appear to be a dark-skinned woman with hair of a mixture of pink, white, and blue, matching the river's touch flower. As soon as you come through the area, you can see they turn in your direction, and you can see their hair that's braided, kind of like falls in front of their right shoulder. They have earrings that seem to be razor sharp crescent moons embedded through their earlobes, and their pink and blue eyes glisten in the light as they turn and meet yours. They seem to be in a wooden chest plate armor with arm and leg guards, and she wields a diamond-headed wooden staff. And there seems to be a jaguar standing guard in the background on the other side of the fire. And as Nyra comes over and stops at the edge of the way, she kneels and she looks down, her braided hair kind of dangling in front of the pool of water that you seem to be staring through in this section. And as she looks, Nock, I'm glad you came so quickly. We only had to stay hidden here for about 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Time works a little differently here in the Purity.
I can see
Every
that.
second counts.
I'm glad that my friend was throwing me at mimics then. How are you? What's going on?
Yes, a lot going on. Is Kyron there with you?
Uh-oh.
Is she coming?
No, she went north. It's my fault. She got cursed by a dagger. And she is in league with the entity inside of it. And it has information on the whereabouts of her mother. And so she, along with our friend Naresh, went north to try to find her.
You say an entity. What was the entity's name? Do you know?
Fate's favor?
Well, it doesn't matter that she is on her own path as Knock Knock. You are enough on your own for what is needed. You always have been, and plus you have Vane on top of
She's
that
so
now,
cool.
correct?
Thanks, by the way. Yeah, she's awesome.
She chose you. Always remember that. But, Knock, things are going on in the purity that are changing. I need links. I need connections to the material plane. I need your help, Knock.
Okay.
You have always been a true hunter of nature, born and yet separate spiritually from the woods, and you have lived side by side with my gift to humanity, respecting and appreciating it, and giving back to it as it gives naturally to you.
Yeah.
I think it is time that your spirit and the spirit of the woods are intertwined.
What does that mean?
You have always had the spirit of a druid burning deep inside of you. You were born on the night of the blood-burnt battle, when the great druid Azariah Iowan ended a war before it began, with a fire that destroyed miles and miles of the Shade Shower Forest, beautiful forest, but poisoned by the intruding vampires. Sometimes fire can be cleansing and merciful to a poisoned and infected land. For the land will survive the flame and one day regrow the life that was lost. You've had the embers of such a druid burning within you, just beyond the surface. I think it's time we unlock that.
Okay.
I need a druid's help.
Ooh, so cool.
And I reach out my hand to her.
And your hand still at the barrier, doesn't go directly through, but stops up at the level of the water that separates, and
Yeah.
she puts her hand down to match you. This is for later, but the circle of the scorched air, their grove resides within the sky's axe to the east. These wildfire druids live by this creed. There are a handful of them that have taken residence in a small grove within the blood-burnt battlefield beyond the Vesrohan Orc camp. There's also a roaming tribe within the Keystorm Desert. Find one of these circles and they can help stoke the embers of that wildfire spirit that's within both you and Vane. But yes, take the flower that you had seen on the other side of this. And you are heading to Zista City, yes?
Yes. Yes.
There's a book that I need. The purity is being infected, Nock, by a force from somewhere outside of this plane. It's poisoning the mind of the one entrusted to rule over the Paragonic Court. A young male Eladrine named Zane. I'm watching the rear of the resistance escaping from the capital city as he has ordered the murder of anyone in the nobility that is against his appointment to the head of the court. I need your help in Zista City. In the southernmost quadrant of known as the border, there is a public library known as Mayar's Athenium.
Yes.
Within those shelves in the restricted section, there lies a book that tells the story of a home of a purple dragon known as Clyaza, the purple diamond dragon. She is known to be benevolent to travelers and those who have been kicked out of their land. The book is the only way to find her as the path to her cave changes with the seasons. need you to get this book, Nock, and get it back to me.
Okay. Yeah. Is there a closer portal than here? Is there something close to Zista that I could use to get to you?
Within... I have quick access to my maps for everything now.
Yes.
Can I interrupt for just a
Jin.
1 second and remind you that Nock knows that we have a portal to and from Zista right now in my pocket? We could ask someone to check that book out for you and pass it through the portal, is all I'm saying.
Mm.
Yeah,
It
if
sounds
when
fair.
Nock brings this up after that, if that's something that can work out.
Yeah, I just wanted to
But-
remind Nock that that was a thing that they could.
Yeah, you do have a direct link to Zista City. But Nyra
Do
will
I
end
have to
up
go check a
saying
book out?
within nature's direction in Zista City, there is a
Choose direction.
restaurant known as Rainforest Call. They have a safe in the back with a link.
In the safe. I don't know if they're gonna let me in, but I can certainly try.
Don't worry, you
Show
have
that-
a
show
team
them-
of rogues to deal with it. Crime.
Show them this flower.
Okay.
They may let you through.
The secret ingredient is crime.
Now, I've spent enough time here. I think they've gotten far enough away.
Okay.
I can feel that darkness approaching, though. Please send word. There's quicklings within Zista City. They have the unique ability to travel within these minor portals. They can deliver the book to me. Find one you
Okay.
trust.
All right.
All right, come on. Nock. Be careful, and I believe in you.
Thank you for trusting me. Stay safe.
Good luck with the mission from your chieftain as well. And Nyra seems to run off into the distance.
Look up into the sky before I go back through, just enjoying the view of the purity.
Even though the darkness of night surrounds, you can still see the ever so glistens of purple and orange within the sky above, just a darker shade, and you can see the multicolored flowers still blowing in the breeze beside you. Though it's on a different plane, it does remind you a lot of the forest back home.
Yeah. All right. I'll go back out.
You pull your head back out, and as you come out with the flower in your hand,
Mhm.
it no longer hurts.
Mm.
And you can see it kind of turns back to the image of a normal river's touch, but then back to a charred one. And
Wow.
every few seconds seems to switch back and forth between the two different forms.
Hmm.
Yamakasi, you now see Nock pull out and has this flower that seems to be just burning and then coming back to life, burning and then coming back to life.
I'm like, oh man, I thought I lost you there for a second. You know, you can drown in less than an inch of water, but that's a pretty
Oh.
neat trick.
I'm fine, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I kind of like look back at the portal. We should probably go upstairs. Up hole?
Uphole.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have kind of a lot of trouble getting out. But you go on ahead. The mimics were still eating, but I think I might meet
Okay.
you out there. I wanna try something.
How much time has passed for Yamakasi from me being in there? Has it been like a second?
So you sticking your head in there and then coming back out, it did Yamakasi, it only seemed to be about like 4 to 5 seconds that Nock was in
Oh
there.
my god.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
cool.
I mean, yeah, I don't have any idea what the heck happened. That's cool though. Like, Oh, I'm like out of character. I'm very, very excited to see Wildfire and Nock. It's gonna be so fucking dope.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
And
let's
as you guys-
go.
As you crawl back up the hole, Knock, as
Wait,
you
I'm
get.
not crawling up the hole. Not yet.
Oh, you're staying.
I
Okay, well, Knock, you begin crawling up the hole.
Yeah.
The further you get to this, and then around the same time, Bracket, as the campfire is getting set up, you and Oliver, as you're sitting down, looking through the hole, still veins still down there, you just hear like a oh.
I gotta do my
And Nock, you
survival
hear that as
checks
well,
for
too.
finding wood.
Is she fighting the mimics? Is she okay?
No, we forgot to tell her not to. Oh
She fighting
no!
the mimics? Oh my
I
god.
assume by this point
I
I know
wouldn't
what
go
Vane
out the
sounds like.
hole if I saw my bird fighting mimics on the way out.
I feel like an asshole. I'm so
You're still
sorry.
coming out of like the
Oh, gotcha.
area to get
The,
to
like,
there, so you
smaller
hear
hole.
that as you're crawling out. Like you hear
Oh my
Knock
God.
starting. Vane starting to fight with the mimics.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I come out. I hurry.
I assume I'm with Bracket in camp right now, right?
Yes, and you guys just hear down from the hole Vane shouting, and it seems to be like Vane's in some sort of fight.
I'm
I will run
gonna
up.
go towards them. Obviously it's gonna take me a minute to go through the really tight hole, but I'm gonna go meet Vane and try to stop her from getting
Also,
hurt by the mimics that I left there.
I'll just yell out, Vane, fly by.
Oliver,
what time is it right now?
it's getting like 8 p.m.
Exactly, because I know what the exact time is.
8:02 and 47 seconds.
I'm actually really spooked. I was thinking that I was like 8:02 and 47 seconds, and then you said that.
That's fucking wild. But what do you do, Oliver?
I will look at Bracket and then rush outside.
Okay. All right. How do you get down the hole? You saw both of your previous teammates just jump straight down there.
You want him to jump down there so badly.
No.
That's so rude.
I jumped down there,
Well-
but I have a method of getting down.
You have metal
Is there a-
armor on. You're going to hurt yourself.
I'm
Gravity
going
check.
to potentially
How
make the
far is
hole
the
less
fall? Can I
strong.
see how far the fall is?
So
With
do you
your-
actually stop at the edge of the hole and look down, or do you just jump in?
I look down.
He's a wizard. He looks down.
You look down. You can see it's hard to tell without a good source of light, and you put a dancing light out, and it seems to be about like
I can send a globe down.
it seems to be about 30 feet. And as that happens, Bracket runs and jumps in the hole.
I do. I engage light on my
so
sword.
run past
while
me and be like, "Oh, that's one way to get down there."
Plow my bitch of a sword into the wall behind me, not the forward wall. That would be the straight, and just whoop my way down.
Is it a stone hole, or are you just about to cave in a dirt mound on top of us?
A big portion of the dirt just
Oh my
comes
gosh.
down with Bracket.
You're in danger.
But-
It's an emergency.
I'm very sorry
But-
you dropped a hill on top of yourself, though.
But all right, Knock. As you get outside of the hole, Vane flybys and gets in the air outside the range of the mimics, and the mimics are
Yeah.
look pretty beat up, but they're just looking up at Vane, trying to reach.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I
Good
didn't
girl,
think
good
of that.
girl.
I feel like
Are any of them at the
so.
bottom
Okay.
of the hole?
And then Bracket, boom, jumps down. Knock. You see him with his glowing sword all the way on the other end.
Are any of them at the
Now
bottom of
Kelsey
the
will be
hole?
sad if you kill those things.
Are any of them at the very bottom of the hole?
No, the bottom of the hole, and then there's like a 60-foot walk to the circle area, so you can see them at the edge of your glowing sword.
Kelsey wants to make friends with them for some reason.
Knock. They turn and look at you and start moving towards you.
Hi. Hi, boys. Can we be friends, please?
Pseudopod.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry.
I gave you meat. Come on.
18 and 22 to hit.
Those
Oh my
both
God.
hit.
Can I do
All
anything
right, I'm
now? I have
done.
to wait.
I'm done.
18
Sorry,
total
buddy.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, let me do
And
some
now
math.
both of these are now stuck to you at the entrance to the hole. And Vane, Nock, you can go, and then Vane goes, and then the mimics, and Bracket, you're running down the hole to get to the other end.
Okay. Sorry, Yamakasi.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I say that out loud. So they're stuck to me, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna pull out my pole of collapsing and
Mhm.
click it open. And just push them off.
Ooh.
That's my goal.
And what? But between the two of them, like you want to
Yeah.
hit? Okay, I like
Just
it
have
for the
it
flare. Roll
open.
two attacks.
Okay, cool. I'll just roll them as if I have advantage, so that I can roll them twice at the same time. Okay. One of them will hit. The other one probably won't. I have a 24 and a 10.
The 24 does in fact hit as it just shoots through and breaks one of the top of the treasure chest off that mimic. Other one just missing from there. They both are adhered to you still, but the one that it hit is kind of like leaning a little bit, like it looks like it's about to collapse.
I look at that one and I say, "You want to rethink that?"
And now Vane's gonna go down and make 2 attacks with
Yeah.
her claws.
Okay. Let me. She actually does not have multi-attack yet.
Oh, so one attack with her claws. Okay.
One attack with her talons.
Oh wait, does she get to attack when you attack though?
That's true. Yeah. She can reaction attack if she's within melee, so she will
Yes.
take you. So her attacks are 14 and 19 to hit.
Yeah, they both
Only
hit.
one of them lives through this.
Roll the damage. Both hit.
Damage will be 15 for the first.
Okay.
All right.
And 12 for the second.
12, and both of them just collapse into wooden and acidic goop.
Yeah.
And as their bodies fall and Nock, you are released. In the space in between where both of them are, a new treasure chest just appears in the space.
Oh, nice. We have another one? Okay, I'll try to open it.
You go over to it. It is unlocked, and you open it up. They're inside.
Oh my goodness.
Woohoo! You actually found something. That's good.
Who keeps coming and setting this up?
It's probably just like perfect real estate for them, you know?
There seems to be some sort of potion bottle inside the chest.
I'll pick it up.
I loved how Oliver just looked up when I said potion. Just like,
is the potion bottle also a mimic?
And as the rest of the group all get together now at the whole, everybody out, you look at the potion, and do you ask that out loud, like, or are you like,
I say that out loud as I pick it up.
Yamakasi, you do not feel anything from Blinky.
Okay.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Look at it. Does it look like a familiar potion? Like, what's its color? What's its consistency?
You have never seen this one before.
Oh, cool.
The resident wizard is right there.
Hi. You want to look at it?
Well, I don't think I haven't gone down the hole yet.
Oh, that's right. Well, then
Did you never go down the hole? You just stayed at the top?
Well, I didn't want to. It's 30 feet. I don't want to jump down.
I'll juke my my pole back in, stick it back. And
you look around and you can't. Now that you take it a few seconds, there are vines that you can use to kind of like climb down the wall if you would like.
I'm going to climb down the wall.
Roll an
Oliver,
athletics
we're coming back up.
Don't even bother.
No, like as he starts rolling down.
He started.
Exactly, I know. I wanted him to start climbing down, only then to hear that we're coming back up.
17.
Nice.
You're able to get about halfway down, and then you hear that from Nock, and you see them down below, and they're coming back up, and so you just and just climb back up.
And then I'm
Okay,
just gonna
once
I get back up to the top, I'm just gonna be like, I need to exercise more.
And as you guys all get back,
Thanks, baby.
and as you guys all get back up to the top, Zani has finished making like a stew over the fire, and everything's set up. Urem, Ilgan, and Hope are out. All have their like little tiny tents pitched for the night. You guys find anything good down there? Urem says.
I got a cool flower.
Ilgan and Hope look at it. Whoa! Wow,
Right?
that's so pretty. Oh,
Yeah,
what is it doing?
it's burning.
And it's not crumbling to bits?
Yeah, I have to figure out what it does. I'm gonna spend some time with it.
All right. So you guys have the night camped out. What do you guys do? You have a fire. You guys
I'm
just go
going to
through
be
anything you
reading
do in the
my.
night.
I'm going to be reading my Tome of Clear Thought.
I am gonna pass Oliver the potion to take a look at
Ooh.
before he starts reading.
Do I know what this is? Can I take a look at it? What do
Any
I see?
ideas?
Roll a Arcana check.
I shall make us tea.
Ooh.
Do you have any of those special drug leaves?
Yes.
Do you want tea with drug
16.
leaves?
15 or 16?
16.
16.
Let's see how many I have.
Oliver, you don't know the exact potion, but it does seem. You can tell it seems to be of a slightly higher level magic than you're used to.
What does it look like? Like, what color is it again?
It seems to be like a swirling, like almost like camouflage green and brown color.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Can I have
Okay.
it if it's green?
We'll hand it back to Nock and be like, I'm not quite sure what this is.
Okay. I
We
mean,
might
I'm
want to
kind of
hang out. We might.
adventurous.
I would advise against drinking potions that
That you
we
don't
don't.
recognize.
You
That we don't know what
you
they
want me
do.
to figure out what it is?
Ooh.
I mean, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just let me draw it for a second.
Right. Interesting.
Zani takes 10 minutes to draw it and ritually cast the identify spell on the object.
Cool.
And she's like, "Whoa, this is a potion of polymorph."
Ooh, nice.
Hands it back to you.
Ooh.
Ooh, you basically have one use of wild
Poly.
shape now. That's awesome.
It's better than wild shape because I could be anything.
Ooh, that's true. That's a really good point. Ooh, that's fucking dope.
That's super cool. I'm gonna put that in a safe place.
While
Are
we're
you
eating
able
dinner, I want to
to pass
apologize
that
to
more
Nock and
than
Bane
once?
for getting them hurt.
It's okay.
What'd you say before, Vicky?
I'm gonna talk to Zani and ask if they can identify something more than once.
Yeah, as long as I take a couple minutes to paint a picture of it.
Can you try this? And I show her the flower.
Okay. She will take another 10 minutes to draw the flower.
I don't let
And
go of it. I hold
okay,
it the whole
and
time.
in the drawing, it actually is of your arm as well too, like just coming out of the image and just holding the flower towards. And she's like, "Huh, it seems to be a magically enchanted flower. I can tell that it does seem to be some sort of focus, and it seems to whoever has it, as long as you're connected to it, you would be able to do the produce flame cantrip."
Ooh,
Nice.
that sounds cool. I'm gonna have to focus on this, I think.
Where'd you get it?
In the hole.
Hello.
Yeah.
Interesting hole.
I know, right?
I wonder what
Yeah,
else
if you
is
ever come
down.
back here, I want to check it out again.
We found a lot of stuff down there in the past. Not all of it's great though.
Yeah. It's always a gamble.
I wonder who
Polls,
keeps
always
putting
a
things
gamble.
in it. Like we were in that just like a couple of days ago, and it was not like that. So
Man,
I
there's
don't
so
know.
many weird things in this world.
I just imagine some old man who keeps coming by and like putting treasure in there.
I want to meet that dude.
Is there anything else you guys do in the night? So, Oliver, you read some more of your book?
Yeah. If there's time, you said I could attune and read, right?
Yeah.
At the same time? Okay, cool. Then I would read more of my book and then
read
attune
away.
to the flower if I have to attune to the flower.
Yeah. It's not any attunement. It is
Okay, cool.
a
I'll just
druidic focus that
connect
once you
to
take
it.
that level, you will connect it to it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I would like to read as much as I
focus on it and read.
It's about 8:30 by the time you guys are sitting around there. So, what time? How long late do you guys stay up for reading?
I'm gonna read as much as I can and to still be able to get a long rest.
I go to bed quite early because I was driving the cart.
Yeah, basically depends on what time you guys want to leave in the morning.
Fair enough. Well, plan in the morning is just to ride more, right? So
Yeah.
it's like
We
can
ride
read
at
during the day,
dawn.
too.
It should be a full day getting there by the time the sun is setting if you just go straight down there tomorrow.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll I guess Vane and I can stay up for the first watch, and I'll have Vane keep an eye out,
Mhm.
and I'll read.
Okay.
And because I can, as a ranger, I can remain alert to danger even when otherwise occupied.
Ooh. Okay.
What it
Fucking
says.
Well, the watches do, just for the sake of brevity of everything, the watches do go fine. You do see occasionally a couple carts still going by in the night, seem to be some merchants, but no chaos or anything. And if you guys want to leave by like sunrise around like 6, Oliver, you can get a probably good solid 4 hours you and Nock in before you guys
Sick.
would have to go to bed.
Sick. Okay.
Okay.
Any other training that anybody wants to do?
I go right to fucking bed, bitch.
How much
Cool.
of it can I do?
About 4.
Well, I hadn't quite considered. Would it be all right if I like try to commune with Xylia? Like,
How do you do so?
I think I would. I mean, sit with the sword laid across my lap, and I'd do my little like ritual of saying my prayer to recharge my spells, and
And he eats
then
a
I would
baby.
just kind of meditate and reach out to her in my mind, and ask her. I guess for guidance essentially, but like I want to make sure I don't fuck this up, and I'm feeling a little like I'm going to because I just got Vane hurt and didn't make friends, and I'm like, I don't know, just like it's a worry of mine. So I'm like, anything you got? Like, I
Roll a
am
religion check.
worried. Okay, so religion check. That is a total of a 21.
21. All you're able to glean in this time of meditation, you're not sure why, but just you get the constant feel of like the ocean breeze against your face, much like you did when you used to sail on a ship.
That's legit. All right. I think that's probably just the right amount of peaceful before bed that I needed.
All right. And everybody takes their watches, goes to bed. Nothing else you guys want to do?
I
Cool.
think it's just sleep, peaceful night.
All right. Well, bracket.
Yo.
When you are asleep, you dream and wake up within the young body of Urem. Looking around, you see a familiar sight that you currently know of. You seem to be sitting within the cart of the Misfit Warriors. You're sitting in the driver's seat, and Hope's right next to you as you guys are facing out towards the grasslands with the Keystorm Desert far in the distance. And you look up at the night sky as you guys are sitting there. And the stars start falling in the sky ahead of you into the grasslands. As you sit there, and Hope right next to you, her hand kind of like slips over and brushes on top of yours. Urem, because of you, I get to see cool things like this. My mom is too protective of me. I don't want to stay safe in the house.
That's a
I want to
fact. She
explore,
is.
adventure, and like in our Districts and Dictators game.
Oh, that name is so fitting. It's so good. Like,
You seem to be in control of yourself. Do you say anything back?
I said whatever I just said already gone from my brain because it was off the cuff.
Oh.
Um,
Oh. After a moment later, she kind of leans into you, Urem, a little bit, and her horn gently gliding through your hair as your heads collide. And
I lean a little back in.
Bracket, you feel a warmth inside you that you haven't felt in a very long time.
Yeah, I filled it with drugs.
Drugs.
damn it, you beat me to it by 2 seconds.
Drugs.
That's what he did. He was in California and probably worked at a dispensary and watched movies. That's all he did.
Hope says, I want to see everything out there possible. Even the impossible to imagine. I want to see it all with you, Urem.
We will.
And she's going to turn up. And she's going to lean in for a kiss.
Bracket can flirt back. He kisses back. Even though he is an adult 38-year-old him in his own body kissing a teenager, which is a separate issue, but let's not think too deeply on that problem.
And the dream ends, and your long rests end, and everybody except Yamakasi levels up to level 7.
What I heard, Brian, was that everyone levels up.
Except Cal.
So I
Yeah,
haven't
Cal's level
rolled.
1,000,000 now.
I haven't rolled my hit dice yet.
So we talked about abilities and spells and stuff outside. We know the levels we're taking. So let's go around the room and roll hit die real quick, or take the median. We'll start with Bracket. Bracket, what level are you taking?
Whatever the next level is in Paladin.
7th. Okay, so you're taking the level in Paladin. So roll 2d10, or you can take the median of 6.
I will end up having the median of 6.
You got 6. Okay, so on D&D Beyond, you can add 6, and it'll automatically add your con mod. Oliver, what are you taking your level in?
And I'm taking another wizard level.
7th level displacement. Roll your 2d6 or take the median of 4.
So 2d6 and reroll runs, correct?
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I will. Here. Ooh. A 5 and a 4.
Hey, you can add 5 then. So good.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, Vicky.
Okay, I am
So
taking the
28.
level of Druid.
Woo, multi-class.
So
my
I'm
max
rolling
HP is now
2d8.
61.
Woo.
61.
The higher
good.
of which was 5.
Okay.
So I'm at 76 HP.
Oh, it didn't work for some
You
reason.
can also roll veins.
Yes. Yes. So she'll also get a D8, right?
Yes.
76. Sorry, I have actual paper.
Run something up to Casey. I'll be right back.
Is Ranger D8 or D10? I always forget.
Ranger is D10. That's what's interesting.
Okay.
So Ranger is D10. Druid is D8.
Oh, okay. Yes. 8. Yep.
So, okay. Vayne also rolled a 5.
Hey, equal.
So Vayne is gonna be at 55 HP for her max.
Hey, Zani got a 7.
Nice.
Zani's taking 7th level Bard.
I love that.
Bard.
Okay.
All right.
My
So
short
you
rests are
guys.
about to become so much more useful to me.
All right. So you guys wake up in the morning. Knock.
Feeling like P. Diddy.
Yeah.
You feel different. You feel
Yeah.
imbued. You feel connected with nature in a way that you haven't before.
I think that as Nock wakes up, they don't notice it, but anybody looking would see little sparks, like little like embers of flame just kind of rising off of them as they wake up, and then they settle down.
Vayne will see that, and you'll wake up to a. Whew, whew.
Hi. Thank you. Yep, that's my face. Thank you. Hi. You okay? Me. What? Wind?
Points with the wing to the campfire.
I was on fire?
Whew!
Oh my god. Okay. Maybe
kinda
the
like-
flower?
Gonna kind of just like spin you around with her feathers and just make sure there's no other fires anywhere on you.
I'll cast Druidcraft.
And what happens?
I think a little flame kind of dances between my fingers.
Zani's gonna look over. Oh, neat trick.
I think so too. Huh. That's weird.
Hey, Brian.
Yes.
At what level does the Creation Bard get the ability to make permanent shit from nothing?
I'd have to look up exactly again.
It might not be at all, but Bethany was trying to make a Creation Bard a while ago for a one shot, and she like came up with the idea to make the pieces of a trebuchet and assemble it, and then shoot pots of alchemist fire that she just created from nothing.
That's awesome. I think I think it's something that she already has.
Hey, do our compatriots that are
Limited
traveling with us also get level ups?
No. Zani does,
children?
but no. The children do not get level ups.
Gonna make our lives easier.
Oh, I can
They're
finally...
all
Can we take 10 minutes?
4.
Nock is gonna ritually cast Speak with Animals.
Ooh.
That's
okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
Can I
definitely over
spend the same
breakfast.
amount of time to cast? Oh wait, no. Hold on. If I cast Summon Steed, we'll have to move at its pace.
I'm gonna
Okay. Show restraint.
All right. You cast Speak with Animals. All right. The spell takes effect.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
You can hear?
Yeah.
Hello.
I just go up and give her a hug.
Oh,
Begins crying. Just
yeah, just tears. So
I know
many
it's because
tears.
I am a parent right now, but like I'm straight up tearing up right now.
aww.
That is some like heartwarming shit. Like I'm getting frigid about it. That was really cute. Brian, you're freaking knocking it out of the park tonight.
Here, let me get more alcohol in my system. That'll solve the.
I'm
feeling
glad
sad
you can
part.
understand me finally.
Can't do it all the time, but I'm so glad I can do it. This is because of Nyra.
Turn that AC on.
Blessed be to her.
I'm so happy that you're with me. I know you can understand me when I tell you that, but
Glad to be here with you.
oh my god, I love you. I am
This is a
actually
really good
as Vicky
show.
tearing up.
The same.
Ah,
I don't even
Is there-
know Bane that well as Yamakasi, but like,
Uh,
is there
I have a
anything you've been
question.
wanting to tell me this whole time?
I'm sorry, that little one actually, I didn't see that one in the cart. I didn't want to feel like a disappointment to you.
You would never disappoint me. It's
I need to
okay
stay
miss
alert. I
things.
need to protect you.
Okay, yeah, but it's okay to miss things now and then. It's not the end of the world. It's okay.
No.
Yeah,
none of us can understand Bane, yeah?
we just
No.
no. You just have
Owl, Nock's making Nock's making some like some owl speech right now.
I fucking love that.
Feels really uncomfortable. I'm eating eggs.
we just do the best we can. That's it. We do the best we can, and if we don't do it, then that's okay. I'm probably not the best role model for that. I'm realizing as I'm saying that out loud.
I don't think I am either.
We can learn together.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Fucking lame.
I'm gonna cry.
You literally made
Eh.
me cry. I had to come
Yeah,
outside. I'm like
so
sniffling like a fucking baby.
as a druid, you just get speak with animals prepared all the time. You don't have to
Mhm.
use a prepared slot for it. You just have it.
I'm so
What other
glad you have
spells did
so
you
many
pick?
more spells now, Nock.
I know. I know. Yeah, I'm using D&D Beyond for my spell list now so that I don't have to write them all down by hand like I
So
was before.
which ones did you pick for your druid spells?
Oh,
I know you have some that are always prepared.
yes.
I'm primarily interested in your cantrips.
So I took for my cantrips, I took Druidcraft and Message.
Those are good ones.
Yeah. I was tempted by Spare the Dying a lot, but I took Healing Word as one of my prepared spells. So I feel a little bit okay about that. And then, some of this I want to save for when it comes up.
Ooh,
Yeah.
oh, I love that.
Gotta keep some
Man, I want
surprises.
to know.
I wonder what 4th level spells Andrew took now that he has 4th level
Ooh,
spells.
that too. Oh my god, yeah. Colin, what spells did you get too? Oh, you guys all got cool shit. I want to know.
I think I only got special abilities.
I think you can cast like one more 2nd level spell, I think.
Yeah, I get
and
one
then
more
you
second
also
level spell, but I'm getting more.
That's
And you
pretty
got
much
that-
what happened for me too.
he
Multi-classing
now-
with spell
Honestly,
slots is weird.
Rangers spells are all really supportive and like make for amazing combo material.
Mhm.
And Bracket also got the aura ability for Oath of Redemption.
Yeah.
What's that one?
Or not Redemption, Oath of whatever. Is it Redemption? Whatever oath you are.
I am Oath of. Was it Revenge? I believe.
Vengeance?
Vengeance. I'm a Vengeance Paladin. Yes.
Oh, vengeance.
Yes.
What does your oath thing do? Doesn't that make it so that while they're in your oath, they're afraid of you?
I'm trying to find it right now.
Oh my god, that's so dope.
Mm-hmm. 7th level auras now.
The problem I'm having is it's not sorted that way in like the abilities sheet.
All right, though, but hey, while we
One
all
second.
get acquainted with all of our abilities, the next morning, as you guys are all settling back into the cart, packing everything up, the morning seems to be pretty cloudy with no blue sky in sight. It does look like there might be some scattered showers today throughout the day.
Did we
Doesn't
put the bard's name on the cart yet?
We probably did that
Yes,
immediately.
Yeah, we
Zani
Okay.
would
I
have
just wanted to
put
make
that
sure.
card.
Cool.
As
Okay.
well as Hope, Urem, and Ilgan will also sign the card. So
Cool.
technically,
Sorry, I just
Conlin's bracket and Urem's name is on there twice, basically. So, but
Yeah,
Well,
I was
we
like, I
are
wonder if
in this
your rem
universe,
was
two different
just
people.
actually invisible on the cart.
he signed his name before he ever stepped in it for the first time, so
Okay.
we won't know.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
But as you guys
I also
travel,
didn't sign it your rem. I signed it bracket.
I know.
yeah,
We are
You
different
guys-
entities, but are the same person.
you guys leave regular morning around like 8:30 in the morning time from there. You know it will be about like 8 to 10 hours depending on travel speed and time to get to that split in the river where you need to be, which would put you there if you get a good travel around like 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Also,
and that's when the
obviously,
star is
before
supposed to
bed,
fall. Is that
So the stars are supposed to fall at some point during this night.
okay? I'm sorry. Go ahead,
No, it's-
Vicky. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to let everyone know that Nock would have made good berries before bed last night and passed
Yes.
them all out every night.
No,
Oh,
sick.
have it.
Oh,
If I have a
have
spell
it.
slot, I do
one
it
to
every
my-
night.
Also, Nock, technically you used one charge of the Aquanarch, so you can roll 1d6 to recharge, but you're
true.
gonna get the one charge back. So
Yeah. Yeah. Let me...
cool. What were you saying, Cal?
Do you mind helping me remember that when we get to the fork in the road, I want to summon my turtle?
Yeah, of course. As
I
you
want him
guys
around
do,
so that I can ride him into the river in case that motherfucker falls into the fucking river.
as you guys keep traveling down the path south, the river does seem to split away from the path the further into the day that that you guys go, but it always stays in sight across a small field. There are other carts that are traveling away from this city, most with families leaving the area around Krulin's crater. That you can see a lot of them seem to be almost looking like they're escaping from the area. Some merchants through. One round of soldiers go through. Seems like one last bit of forces from Nyra's Grove heading up to help support Ladris. And what do you guys do in these 8 hours? Just more training?
I think now that Nock is done collecting all of the herbs, as much as it will probably drive them insane to sit in a cart for 8 hours reading, that is what they're going to attempt to do.
Most of the day, it to some varying degree raining, so staying inside the covered cart, it seems to be a good time for that. Oliver, I'm assuming you do the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also
Bracket.
just want to be reading.
You just want to what?
Sorry. Bit spacey. As we're traveling throughout the day, you said we're arriving at like 4:30ish in the afternoon.
Yeah, 4:35. So somewhere between like 8 to 10 hours it'll be taken to travel.
Okay, I just want to be reading as much as I can during that
Okay.
travel time.
Yamakowski bracket, anything? Oh, bracket, you're driving the cart, so.
Yeah, I'm driving the car unless someone swaps out with me.
I can drive. You have a book to read too. Take the 8 hours.
So can I just take the full? Can I just add the full 8 hours to my time? Or
No, with the travel
Might be
with the rain, it'll take about 9 hours, so you can add 9 hours in total of reading.
Nice.
okay.
Just so that everyone knows, Nock is doing something kind of annoying while they're reading. They are pacing back and forth across the length of the cart with the book in their hand. And then, like, when someone gets annoyed and is like, "Can you please sit down?" Nock will then sit down and just kind of like tap their foot. And then when someone gets annoyed with that, they'll just start braiding and unbraiding their hair.
That'll be your rem each time.
Yeah. And then, hopefully the braiding and unbraiding is quiet enough to not be annoying.
I'm gonna teach your Rem some close quarter combat for 2 of those hours.
17.
Okay. All right. So you trade a little close quarters combat sparring with your younger self.
Can I invite Wet Hands to sit with me and like have him keep watch on our like
Was I given
sides
a
Yeah.
and
book?
stuff? Yeah,
I did not.
you
put
should
my
have the one of
inventory.
wisdom.
Mhm.
I think.
No,
it
I
wa-
have the Tome of Understanding, which is the wisdom.
Okay, then Brackett got the one of charisma.
Okay.
I didn't keep any of them, and I had enough for everybody to get one except Naresh and Kyron.
Is that in D&D Beyond, Bri?
Yeah, it's either the book of something or the tome of something. I forgot what it is for
Tome
charisma.
of. Yeah, it's
It's
Tome
something of leadership, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, some of them are tomes and some of them are manuals.
Oh yeah, manual. So hold on.
Home gets
Mine
me
is the
nothing.
Tome of Understanding.
Tome of Leadership and Influence.
How do you spell tome?
TOME.
TOME.
Leadership and influence. Okay. I will also spend 8 hours on this then.
Nice.
You said 2 hours sparring with your M. Are you still doing that?
Yeah.
Because then you would get 7 hours of reading.
Okay. Well, maybe I have an hour of staring at the fucking wall. I don't know.
This is the quietest that the Misfit Warriors have ever been. It's like a book club in this cart today.
Yeah,
But it also
yeah.
has that nice calming like rain sound, like you're like when you're studying and you're listening to like a rain lo-fi video or something like that.
Right up though, like Yamakowski is probably sitting here like, yes, training you all for much, much worse crimes. So proud of you.
Like,
I
Zani,
know I
can
tried
you
to add that and
sing
it just
at
broke
all?
D&D Beyond.
Can you do anything musically?
Yeah, absolutely.
Quiet.
Absolutely. And Zani pulls out. She has a flute that she has.
Oh, perfect.
I'm more of an artist than a musician, but I'm still pretty good at this.
Hell yeah.
And she'll play some tunes as the days goes on.
Oh, thank God.
Good background music.
Yeah.
As you guys are getting close to the point where the river splits, you can see it in the distance. The rain does start to light up, and the sky is starting to clear, which is a good sign because you need to see the sky when the stars are falling to know where they're falling. So things are starting to work in your favor. As you guys see the split in the river in the quarter, the path does seem to rise up a little bit an incline. When you guys travel up that incline, you get to the peak of it where it starts cresting down to head further back down to Zista, and you can see the river directly on your right hand side down the path. You can see 2 paths cutting off to either side, which looks like places where carts pull off to rest for the night. One that seems to curve around a bend in the hills in the beginning of the grasslands, and then one that seems to go off the cliffside to the side a little bit. It's just about like a 30-foot cliff that the path brings down, and there's an area where carts seem to have gone down there in the past. And as you're arriving up at this point, Nock, as you stare out from the cart, you see walking up the path ahead 2 halflings that seem to be walking, one with a dire wolf and one with an eagle.
Ooh.
I hop out. I recognize them, right?
That's Layror and Phaeton.
Oh my God. I hop out of the cart and run up to them. Hey,
And they're gonna
guys.
look at me. They're like, hey, Nock?
Hi.
Nock. Hey! And
Oh my
Layror kind
God.
of runs. Phaeton kind of looks, has a slight smile. He's the more reserved one,
Yeah.
like his father. But Layror kind of runs over and gives you a hug. Oh my God! It's been a
Hi.
while. What
I
are you
know.
doing?
I'm going to Zista. What are you doing?
I'm leaving Zista. Oh, are
What?
you the one that our dad said is sending down to the queen?
Yeah. Why didn't he
How
just have you guys do that? You're right there.
Faye, and just gonna speak up at this moment. He didn't trust us to deliver the
What?
message, but he also wants to train both of us to start becoming the chieftain.
Ah.
One of us to succeed him, and he doesn't think either one of us have what it takes to represent the tribe yet.
Hmm.
Are these your brothers?
Pat on your back, Nock.
Thanks. Yeah, I've been learning a
Well,
lot lately.
how is the tribe? But we've heard about what happened.
Yeah, there was a pretty bad attack. And there was some fire that happened. I don't know how bad it got.
Well,
But
well,
yeah, your
we got
dad told
called
me to
back
leave.
to try to support because it seems like very different times going on right now. There seems to be a lot of pressure coming from the north.
Yeah,
We
there's a
should be
lot
able to get there
here in
tonight
South.
if Leroy keeps up. Hey, listen, you got the fancy new saddle, okay? Mine's a little bit old. And then they're gonna look over and be like, "Is that yours, Snuck?"
Yeah. Do you guys
Vane
want to
comes
say
over,
hi?
kind of like looking a little bit like tough right next to you from there. What's
This is
this one's
Vane.
name? Vane?
Yeah.
Wow,
She's great.
bigger than most companions.
Yeah. Well, she chose me.
I
I just painted an owl, and she's what came.
and Phaeton's gonna look over and be like, "No saddle yet, though. It's a little bit
I
hard, I'm
know.
assuming."
I know. Well, she can carry me really well, but I can't really fire on her back or anything like that.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a specialty shop in Zista City. He helped us
Really?
with ours to keep them in good condition.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
There's an older elven gentleman named Lorsan Fayhorn.
Orson.
He has a leather
Fayhorn?
specialist shop in the Rising Wing district known as Long Lasting Leather.
Rising
And
District.
he could probably make something to fit your friend.
It's your mom's
That'd be
lovers.
so awesome.
Well,
Yeah. I've been wanting a rider like that forever. I mean, only really been like a week, but it feels like forever.
Leor's like once you get on for the first time, it's amazing, especially when you have a flying friend.
Yeah. I know, she's so cool.
You'll love it.
How have you
But
guys been? It's been such a long time.
we've spent a decent amount of time in the city. We made a name for ourselves.
Cool.
Not on the upper side, but
Were you guys
put our skills from the tribe to use.
were you guys in the Undercity?
You know about it?
Yeah, we met like a band
Oh yeah.
back in Ladris, and they were telling us to stay clear. Is it cool
Uh,
down there?
it's not that bad. I mean, it's a rough crowd. You got demons, devils, other monsters, normal folk,
Oh,
but
okay. Okay.
bracket.
I feel at this point the car would reach them.
Oh, 100%. The car had pulled up at this point.
Okay, it pulled up
Uh,
at the point of you making accidental sexual endos.
Okay.
Sure.
You guys haven't met my friends yet. We're the Misfits. Misfit Warriors.
I'm gonna
How's
get
it
off
going?
the cart and as a
Hey
joke
everyone.
to the
Do I
more
recognize them since we're in Zista?
You do recognize them. You
Yeah.
saw them before you fought in the death battle. They were in the round before you guys, and Andy was speaking to them.
Do I remember their fight?
You remember that you heard that they won.
I'm going to congratulate them. I'm going to walk up and like pat them on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, great fight, guys! I saw you down there that night. I
You
got
were in the
completely
city.
fucking wiped out.
Which night?
I was with the Lucky Sink. We fought
Laborers,
right after you guys.
you were with Andy.
Yeah, you guys. Oh my God, that's right. You guys were talking to him. Hey, did you get to see him? I had to leave the city really suddenly.
They're gonna like kind of look at each other and be like, "You're the same Kenku? Wind Whisper?"
Llama Man. His name is
Yamakowski,
Llama
actually.
Man.
Oh wow, that's way off. I don't know where we got Wind Whisper from.
Oh no, you were right. That was just a while ago.
Oh,
2 days, 3 days.
well,
I mean,
thank you.
Kenku's kind of changed their name really right. Oh, actually, can they even understand? Yeah, I'm talking in mimicry. So, like, I can change my name on a whim for a lot of different reasons. I've been changing my name every time I die. And I just kind of
Is
like
that a
awkwardly
regular
trail
thing?
off.
Apparently.
Yeah, they died like yesterday. Not yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah, I've died a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Or very nearly.
Brought him back. You guys haven't met Muri. I just
Uh,
said Muri like it was everybody. Oh yeah,
No,
she's in the
we've
crypt.
heard of Muri
She's
though.
the best.
Oh yeah, she's fucking dope.
Yeah, the preservation cleric from Lidris.
Yeah, she's really cool. Man, you guys missed so much.
Well, it seems like we're heading back into the action, but
Yeah.
we apparently just missed the craziness from Zista. We saw it all unfold right behind us
Oh
as soon as we
yeah.
left the city.
Did you guys see anything
Just the
happen?
storms start and take over the envelop the city.
What does the evacuation effort look like? Are people leaving?
Well, we were on the edge of the Sovereign Airways, almost out at the edge of the bridge when the storm started. So I'm not sure exactly what happened back in the city. We were clear of it by the time everything happened.
No, and that's understandable. I can't blame you. It was nightmarish from what I saw.
How'd you beat us over here if you saw it?
He's magic. Magic Birdman.
I'm just like stammering like
The gods have chosen him to be a magic Birdman.
Sure.
Mistress Xylee
Kind
had told
of
me
been
to. I
having,
like
interactions with gods. I know that sounds insane. But literally yesterday I talked to Nyra.
For once, we're not smoking too much dank weed from the grove.
I like
I deserve that.
I'm gonna go talk to my dad. Stop it.
You act like you and smoked dank weed with these boys before. You saw them smoking weed and went, I want to smoke weed. They're cool.
Yeah,
I want to smoke weed.
They were the bad influences.
Yeah.
well, that 100% tracks, and I barely know them.
Well, because it's like, Feyre didn't want to hang out with me, but her brothers liked me. Liked me well enough. They weren't gonna bully a kid like years younger than they are.
Also, the kids seemed competent. There's no reason to bully them.
Yeah.
So Leywar speaks. Well, hey, we gotta probably head back over to the tribe now. We can probably make it before the night comes.
Okay.
Good luck going to the city.
Thank you.
I can't imagine what it's like behind those walls now.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to stop the storm. Actually, we're heading to get some stardust. It's part of like a ritual.
Oh yeah, I guess I know it's probably a long shot, but if you happen to see a starfall anywhere in the near area, pick it up and hang on to it. Yeah.
Get guard to send it back to us or bring it back to the tribe, whatever is better.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep our eyes out.
Perfect. Thank you.
Have you shit.
We ran into each other. This is so cool.
Did you guys see Greasefleur? I know he left the city after he rampaged for a little while. Did you guys see that?
Who's Greasefleur?
A fuck off big ass red dragon.
There was a dragon?
There was a dragon attacking the city. Yeah, we heard about that.
Yeah.
That's part of some of the things that happened besides the whole storm.
You guys are gonna hear under Labor's breath as he looks down for a second. Andy.
Andy's alive. He was with him.
Andy's fine. We can talk to him. He will let me know if he needs help. He and Rain are keeping the city safe while I'm gone. We're coming back to save it. So, and I'm bringing help. And I gesture to the whole rest of the Misfits. We're going to save that city.
Please do. There's somebody important back there.
Aw, his crush.
Do I understand he means Andy?
I don't think Andy ever made it clear that
I
this
didn't
was
know he was going on a date, but I don't
ex-boyfriend.
know if it was.
I
No,
thought
I don't think you have any way to
that his
connect the dots.
date with his ex-boyfriend was Rain.
Yeah, see, that one I did know about. Okay, so if I don't know about that, I'm definitely just going to be yeah, there are a lot of important people there.
He mentioned it to Rain, I believe, but that was about it from my memory.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. We'll take care of the tribe.
We're working to get you some help out there too.
You get the queen to accept this renegotiation.
We should hopefully have someone who knows her personally on our side. We're gonna go meet up with her in the city, and then hopefully that'll bring us some sway.
Good luck.
Thanks, you guys.
Did you run into any Gandits, by the way? I was off screen when I initially asked this question, by the way.
We saw a couple in the distance on our travel up, but it seems, I don't know if either the weirdness from Zista has got them to go a little bit quiet, or maybe they got their own thing going on.
We did blow one up, a couple of them up recently, so maybe they're a little.
Butts a while ago.
Do you think they would benefit from having the aid spell cast? I'm going to offer to them before they take off to cast aid on them for their journey.
It'll never hurt. How many people can you do aid on?
3 people.
3.
So who do you do the third on?
All of the halflings.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah, and you.
And you. All
oh,
the
me
halflings.
too.
He blesses
How long
the
does aid
members
last
of the
for?
tribe.
Aid lasts for 8 hours.
All right, so Vicky, you have 5 temporary hit points for the next 8 hours.
No, it's 5 to your total max.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
All right. So they head off in one direction. Where do you guys pull off your cart? Do you go down the path to the bottom of the cliffside that's facing the river, or do you guys go a little bit off into the hills?
Which one looks more traveled?
Roll a survival check.
I watch Bracket try.
Yes, watching me is what will solve that problem.
I think it's fun.
I rolled a 15. I just have to find my survival check. Okay, that is a 17.
17. It seems like the one into the hillside seems a little bit more well-traveled than the other one. Going down the path down the cliffside is a little bit more treacherous, so only a few people go down there.
There's 2 cart pull-offs, is that?
Yeah.
Yes. Just figure out where you guys
We're determining where we're parking for the night.
From each other are they?
How far apart are they?
Yeah.
So the path off the cliffside is only about 10 feet, 15 feet off the main path before it starts going down the cliffside. And then the one in the hillside, you can't see the actual area, but you can see the path that travels behind the closest hill. So it looks like there's a cart pull off behind. It's pretty distant.
To the direction where we're actually heading.
The one into the hills.
Let's park the cart over there and then split the party across a couple of places and have 1, the message, and 2, because we're just going to be looking at one spot or a couple of spots waiting for something to happen. Yeah.
So you guys were told that in the middle of the grasslands, there's an area in which
Yeah.
the Gandits do not go. That seems to have some sort of undeadish presence. Around there is where the stars will fall.
Okay.
Okay.
How far away
Well,
are we
we've
from
got two
that?
paladins,
'Cause
so that's cool.
Who's looking over the map to try to determine that?
Vicky.
us as a group, the whole group we're making a decision together.
So somebody roll a survival
with
check with
advantage.
advantage.
No, my survival's not good. Not me.
Andrew, I look to you like,
survivalist
ooh, I
roll.
want to roll.
The wizard,
Never
I guess.
mind.
Yeah, I was the.
Yeah, that's a 26.
Noise.
26.
Almost as
it-
good as it could have been.
It seems like right now Oliver would be able to tell you it seems to be a little bit past 5 o'clock. You would
Okay.
determine somewhere between 5 to like 4.5 to 6 hours, depending on the terrain. It would take to get to that middle. So sometime around like 9:30 to 11 o'clock, depending on travel time, you could get to where the map says.
So I'm able to kind of like triangulate
Yes.
like the best path there as well.
So with your map, it doesn't detail in clear detail all of the different spaces because you have the Durest regions map, so it doesn't get into the details. You don't have a detailed layout of the grassland
Yeah, we
specifically.
don't have like the walking paths of the grasslands and like, hey, here's where the
Okay.
state park is.
Hey, no worries. I'm pretty good at this. This is like my whole thing.
So the question is, we do have others aboard that would have to remain safe. So do we park off in the?
Now, do we want to leave people here to
I-
stay like
If you want, I mean, I can always stay and
area?
watch the kids. As you guys
Is it
are
all right if I
discussing this, as
leave
you pull
my
off into
turtle
the
there too?
I recommend you leave the turtle and we take my horse.
Yeah, I was thinking I would leave the turtle as like defense, because like I mean, he's tanky.
We need to add an artillery unit on top of him.
Urem is just like, I can defend this from robbers if there's anything that comes.
Your only job is to defend Hope and yourself. If it gets too
I'm definitely leaving
get the
Yertle there
fuck
with
out.
them.
And as you guys pull a car over, you pass around the hill to get to the area. It does seem like there are 3 other little cart caravans parked in different spots around in this area. They do seem to be trying to get a dry area to set up like pitch tents for the night. Seem pretty peaceful merchants from there. So you guys pull the cart off into one little section.
Yes.
Can I use my shape water cantrip to dry the earth where they're trying to set up camp for all 3 of them while talking to them about what they're up to?
That's so cute.
Of course.
I will
Yeah.
also assist using my strength to help them set up and say, hey, we need to go get something in the woods and need to go. Can you watch our travelers who are coming with us for a small
I'm leaving a
time?
turtle here too.
One of you guys roll persuasion with advantage.
You pick
What
Conlon.
I'm holding my hand up for.
Persuasion with advantage. What's your plus?
Let me look.
You guys are
Persuasion
paladins.
is +5.
You roll.
Wow.
Okay. Okay. That 25. Cool.
25.
I use Blinky
Yeah.
for that, so that's not.
You see, you do find all of them. You get good vibes from all of them. They do seem to be
And I
just
say,
like friendly.
and our friend here will
welcoming.
help you cook. And I volunteer. I've not gotten their name down yet.
Zani.
Zani.
To help them assist in their cooking. They're a wonderful chef.
Zani's like, yeah, I can definitely treat you all with a meal. And they,
I imagine they all talk like the villagers from Minecraft.
They do agree to watch over your cart and your guests, and kind of like have a little commune for the night together of everybody.
Yeah, we'll share some of our supplies and water if they seem to need any.
Okay.
And then we're
How do you
going
spell
on a
Zani?
mission, boys, and non-binaries.
Zani. Their full name is Zaniza, Zaniza, but they go by Zani. Vicky?
Just to be sure, as we're calculating how much time it takes us to get somewhere, because I'm a ranger, we ignore difficult terrain if we're traveling for more than an hour, and we can't get lost except by magical means.
Okay.
So,
I fucking love that we have you around.
yeah.
This is so fucking amazing.
And we're riding our magic horse.
All
Does
right.
any of
So
that stuff apply when you're in a city? Like, can you unerringly find a shop?
Yeah. It says when traveling for 1 hour or more. So
That's
yes.
fucking dope.
Yeah.
That would have come in
So-
such handy the first time I was in Zista.
So Yamakowski summons his turtle. Brackett has his horse. You guys get everything settled in the cart. Give your final stay safes. Make sure everybody's good. Zani looks to you all and then says, "Well,
We'll
Good
tell
luck.
you the story so you can paint it, I promise.
Thank you.
do
I'm
good
gonna
out there."
leave the kids. I'll go up to Urem specifically, and I'm just like, I know you have a sword. I know you have a sword. Okay?
And I know how
Don't
to
lie
use
me.
it.
Okay. Does Hope have anything?
Dagger.
Dagger.
Okay. What about Ilgan?
Dagger as well.
Okay.
I
gonna-
put a scimitar down and say, "Your choice is who wants this," and leave.
I'm gonna hand them I have like a bowl lantern.
hmm
If you really need to, you could swing this at somebody's head. They'll just die. Okay?
It'll be a one-hit KO. Thunk!
He'll take it and just like,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yeah.
yeah, it does have some heft to it.
Yeah, it's real heavy. So just like don't wave it around for no reason. Only if you really have to. Okay?
Thanks, Nock.
You're welcome. Stay safe,
Do
buddy.
you guys want me to leave the command word crossbow with the kids?
Oh.
Or, like, I could
No.
also cast the
No,
alarm
I do
spell?
Nah, they're shooting people with it. We'll keep bringing
They're
that with
fine.
us.
They're fine. It's just in case he's
Do you want me to cast the alarm spell?
well, they've got the alarm torches. They could put those up.
Yeah, you guys can
Oh,
set
is
up
that like
the alarm.
multi-use?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would teach him how to use it.
Oh, dude, those things are neat.
All right. And
Great.
Zani turns says and looks at Nock and says, "All right, boss, you got this.
Okay.
I'll take care of everything back here. Just everybody
Thanks.
get back in one piece.
Stay.
I can't promise anything.
I'll keep dinner brewing for you guys."
We
Thanks.
won't die, probably. Well, I can't promise Llama Man won't die. He seems to have a knack for it.
I'm
But
pretty
we'll do
sure
our
I'll be
best.
fine.
It's like his hobby almost.
It's not. It's like my special interest. It's not a hobby.
I'm just
And-
really autistic, and dying's my thing.
And with Brackett riding Hamel, you guys walk off into the
Oh, we're pretty
hillside.
much all on this horse, man. This 4-horse.
Oh no, I'm riding Vane.
Okay.
Okay.
So everyone else is
You
on
can
the horse.
probably comfortably fit 2 people, uncomfortably fit 3.
That's fine.
Vane could probably carry one other person, right?
It's a bird, not really.
Vane would have to carry
Giant.
you knock in her claws, and then somebody else on her back. But again, with no saddle, it's kind of a little clunky.
Oh, okay.
It'd be safer to be
Alright.
on the horse that does have a
It's
saddle.
easier for you as a small creature to be on this giant owl without a saddle, but
Yeah.
a medium creature would be a little bit more
It'd be
difficult.
very
She
funny to
wouldn't be
watch
able to pick
Oliver
up a
being held
medium
up by
creature
his
with her
jacket,
claws?
fireballing people. That would be
Roll a
awesome to
strength check.
watch.
Yeah.
For now.
Strength check for Vane.
Or I could just be
Prefer-
mounted and just fireball.
We're turning you into
fireball.
an AC
Let's
130.
try.
Yes.
Let's see.
I fully
strength-
support this.
Just straight strength would be 15.
Fireball, magic missile. Fireball, magic missile.
Definitely not Brackett, but could do
Yeah.
that to Yamakowski. Oliver would be questionable.
Quick question.
Yes.
Hold on though. Quick
Yeah,
question. If
Kelsey
I'm,
wants around.
I think I figured something out though, because like I can cast floating disc at will. Could we just me and Bracket on the horse, and then me cast Floating Disc and have Oliver riding in like the horse's sidecar.
Yeah, let's do that. Just
That's
attached
so
to the
funny.
horse. He's just
Oliver, do you
standing
want to sit
there.
on a floating disc and get pulled from behind?
100%, yes.
Because this is funny. Imagine seeing this group flying, a halfling being held by their owl,
So,
a
I need to
horse
do
anything?
galloping
I
with a
need to
disc
do-
just floating behind it haphazardly.
So do I need to do anything to steer
You
it,
might
or
be
am I
reading your book if you
Riding in a
wanted
little
to.
red wagon
Yeah,
made of
I
magically
am
levitate.
100% just going to be sitting cross-legged on this platform just reading.
We have a rope tied around him so he's attached to the saddle, you know?
Oh,
No,
Oliver,
The
I
disc
have to
itself
ask.
stays anchored to being close to me, so
Okay.
he
Have
won't
you
get far.
have you inscribed Rock's Fall into your book yet?
Oh, yeah. How long does it take to inscribe a spell into my book?
So, real quick, if we can, because I also have to pee. If we can take a 5 to 10 minute break to come back, and then Andrew, just look up how much time that would take. You just take that out of the time that you recorded down for
Intertition.
reading your book.
I think
All
All right,
yeah.
we'll be right
Okay,
back.
we'll see you after this intertition.
Or something like that.
Did you say intertition?
Intertition.
Hear us. We're not sponsored by Pretzel Crisps by Snack Factory, but we would not say no to your sponsorship in any day ever because we
So
love
good.
all of your snacks.
Unless y'all like
also,
commit some crimes or something. In
Trader
which case,
Joe's
then
has
we
good
would.
snacks too. If Trader Joe's sponsor us.
Love Trader Joe's as well. Yes.
Schweppes?
Schweppes isn't sponsoring us. I'm mean to them.
Clover knitting,
Ken's Steakhouse?
Clover knitting and crochet.
Twisted Tea, sponsor us. I'll drink a jug every session if you sponsor us.
No,
That
he won't.
seems-
I will stop him. I will drive to his house and stop him.
Rough Savers?
It has to be like $10,000 though per episode.
No, it has to be more than that, and I will still go and stop him. I love him too much to let him die of alcohol poisoning.
All right. So,
Yeah.
after my
Okay.
mint goes down, you guys start traveling into the expansive hills of the grasslands of Galandria. Some by horse, some by owl, some by floating disc. And you see an expanse of hills of different lengths and sizes. There's sections where there's almost rock faces built out of the hillsides as well. Very limited trees, more just expanses of bushes and tall grass. You guys have slightly stepped out into these grasslands before the previous time, but you dive deeper and deeper inside, and somebody roll a survival check.
Nock.
Do I get advantage from Vane?
Also, we're working as a team, keeping our eyes out.
Oh yeah. Got that.
Yeah, but
really
I'm
good
like
bad
60
section.
feet above you, probably.
Good, you have a better vantage point. That's why you have advantage.
Yeah, I'm also on the back of my bird.
Does everyone like my
who is-
Monty Python skit, or else I need to stop doing it?
I did. I liked that.
Thank you. I can't see your
didn't
smile, so I didn't
roll
know.
the best, though. My roll was not great.
All I had was a pill bottle caps. I don't have coconuts with me.
What was the roll?
13. Sorry, I was trying to do math.
No worries.
You're
13.
not allowed in D&D. You're supposed to know the number, Vicky.
It takes a little bit longer than you'd like to admit, but with that 13, that was the DC that I set. So you do catch minor signs of foot traffic that travel throughout the hills and the tall grass to show the paths that may be traversed by the Gandits. You do see multiple ways that people can go. Most of the traffic stays below the hills in like the valleys traveling between the hills, but you can see signs of people going over the hills themselves as well as a form of travel. How would you guys like to proceed?
I think Nock is gonna fly down and actually look at the tracks before making a decision. So what Like, what kind of tracks are there? Are there like humanoids mostly? Is it like bigger, smaller?
Roll another survival check.
Let me double check
But
something.
I don't think Vane is gonna help me with this one. That doesn't really seem reasonable.
Yeah.
Oh, that's much better. That's 25.
Who needs advantage?
Yeah. When you roll an 18 plus 7, you don't need it.
You see many boots of different sizes, but kind of the same tread pattern left in there. There do also seem to be signs of certain dogs and mastiffs and things like that as well
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
So not anything that surprises you.
What's going up the hill? Like, what typically?
Like what kind of trails or like what does it look like?
Kind of both.
So more animal traffic. You do occasionally see a few boot footprints on there, but most are animal travels. Finding little crevices to climb up between little rock faces, walking through tall grass that in areas where hey you're not sure if that there's like when you walk
Like,
through fields and like oh there's just a random pool of water right there that I just stepped
yeah.
in and now my
Yeah.
boot is completely covered, yeah, things like that.
Um,
There's a lot
yeah.
of patches of flowers and things like that on the hillside as well too, so it's just not as clear as the paths that you can see carved naturally by the Gambits.
Hey, Brian.
I
Yes.
Have I ever been in a landscape like this?
No. You have
I
been
wouldn't-
on your home island, where there was a volcano and tropical trees in a jungle. You've been on the ocean, Zista City. This is your first time being in an expanse of hills.
Here.
think I think my instinct would be to follow the path of the Gandits. How far out are we from where we're heading?
So you just started your travel.
Yeah.
It would probably take. I mean, you're probably only about like 10 to 15 minutes in. So, like we were
Okay.
saying before, depending on travel conditions and how the path takes you, could be anywhere between 4.5 to 6 hours.
Okay. And does this seem like really well traveled? Like a lot of people come through here, or is it just kind of like us? Like how many people have passed through here in the last day? Would be my question.
With that original survival check, within the past day, probably only one group of 4,
Okay.
though you can see it's a path that's been traveled multiple times before.
Okay.
Not like several times per day, but normally at least somebody goes through this area.
Okay. I think in that case, I'm gonna hold on to um my casting of Pass Without Trace. I'm gonna wait until the footprints seem a little denser. If
Mhm.
we come across a path that's like really well traveled, that's when I'll do that. But I will kind of fly with Vane just above where Bracket and the horse are, just so that I'm staying close to them in
Okay.
case I see some people out in the distance and I want to take an action to do Pass Without Trace. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of keep an eye out.
So as you guys are moving forward, I'm assuming you're trying to go quietly.
Yes. Yes,
So
for sure.
everybody roll a stealth check. Oliver, you have
Ooh.
advantage because you're on a floating disc. I mean, you can still make sounds, but you're not walking.
Pretty
So
hard. I'm flying on a bird. Does that count?
you and Vane, does Vane have advantage on stealth checks?
17.
I don't remember. No, she's proficient.
Oh, proficient on there.
Mhm.
I don't think it would be advantage, but it'll be a better
Okay.
DC for you.
Okay, cool. Okay, my stealth is a dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, Vane's is not as good, girl. It's not as good. It's still not terrible. It is terrible. It's a 9 for Vane.
9.
9.
All right. Bracket.
This die needs a break. I
Nat
think.
1 plus 2.
Oh, no.
I have a disadvantage. I don't know what you people expect from me.
Better, Conlin. God.
Yeah, get better.
The number I rolled was a 5.
No.
It was.
Alright,
It was
Yamakasi, what'd you roll?
foretold.
I got a 28. Right, it's a stealth check, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled
just
that.
got wasted.
Yeah. Hey, at least we're on the same horse, you know? It'll even itself out a little bit.
They'll have no clue you're there.
Alright, and Nock and Vane, roll a perception check.
Okay. Alright. I will roll one. For Nock, the perception is 19. And then Vane gets to roll with advantage because she's a bird. That is not as good, actually. That's a 14.
14, okay. So looking out in the distance, Nock, you and Vane do not catch any signs of any Gandits or anything for the first hour of travel.
Okay.
Though you do hear Bracket on his horse just.
It was like a man in chainmail on a horse. What do you expect?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I have a 23 passive perception. Is it just that like the grass is too high and we're too close to see stuff in the distance, or?
So
Can I
yes,
also
so
lend my eyeballs?
I mean, your passive perception from there, yeah, it would let you know if there's anything sneaking up around you guys while you're traveling through. You don't have far that you're able to see because this is a path that's traveling almost like in between hills and such. So you only have the limited range of what you can see, and then up to the top of hills where they're visible before they arch over.
Okay, I'll tell us when we're getting ambushed.
All right.
The
So the first
clang.
hour.
The clang.
So the first hour of travel goes through pretty well. The second hour of travel, please everybody roll a stealth check one more time.
I'll do my best. I can't make any promises though.
Ooh.
Do we want Pass
18.
Without Trace?
Well, remember I am a man covered in chainmail riding on a horse. So do with that as you will.
I rolled an 18.
For Nock, it is a 19. For Vane, that is a 16.
Bracket.
At least I rolled a 14, so it's a 16.
Hey!
I rolled high,
And
but
You're
Yamakasi?
as quiet as an owl.
don't expect this normally from me, though. You'll disappoint
Good
yourself.
job, though.
Yamakasi?
25?
Ooh, okay. And Nock, roll perception checks.
Okay. Alright, perception for Nock. That is a 17. Vane. Oh, Vane rolled a nat 20!
Yay!
Perception, so that's 26.
We rolling dice today.
Clang. I'm less than clangy this time.
Less clangy. You're still clanging a little.
The nat 20 is an uwu. And then the nat 1 is oh whoa.
Oh my god. All
It
right,
was
so
just so dumb I had to buy it.
Nock, with those perception checks, you do see around the corner there as night has fallen now, it's hard you can see as there's a group of 4 that seem to be walking with 2 bull lanterns, or sorry, one in the front bull lantern and then 1 torch in the back as they're walking. Seems to be a 4-man squad of Gandits patrolling up the path headed your way.
Is there an offshoot that we could kind of sneak around to maybe evade them?
If you backtracked a little bit, there was a section that seemed like you could cut off into the hills a little bit and either continue over the hill, or at least there was a little expanse where you might be able to like hide or like hold off for a little bit, let them pass.
I think that's what I'm gonna tell our friends to do, since we're trying to be a little bit more stealthy. We don't want to get into any fights. Let's
Okay.
pull off, try to hide from them.
Okay. All right, you guys backtrack just a couple of minutes to get over to a little section off of the main path, and there does seem to be some decent places to like position your horse away from everything behind a big boulder and try to hide in separate spots. You guys do hear the footprints and the chatter of voices approaching. As they are getting close and walking by your section, everybody just roll one more stealth check.
This one's for all the money bracket.
Money, money, money. 19. Oh, I rolled really good on all of those.
Vane rolled a 12. Nock rolled a 13.
Bracket?
I told you you're all going to be a little upset.
You rolled a
Yeah,
1.
another
didn't you?
nat one.
Yeah.
You rolled a 1. Nice, nice, nice.
Fuck. Well, I rolled a nat
Okay.
20, so
Nat 20? Oh shit!
I'm
I have
just
a
like
total of
trying so
31.
hard, and the dice said no.
So Yamakowski, you stayed near Bracket, and as these people are approaching, Bracket takes a step back, and you see him trip over a rock, and you're able to just go and like just catch him in a point where like it barely made a sound. Bracket's like limp body is just at a weird acute angle, and you're just holding him up with all of the strength that you have to prevent some sort of crash, and you did so expertly silent.
fucking thank you. Oh my god.
He's just crying. Oh boy, I didn't want to do that.
These dice really like me.
Mine don't. But I am just
And you
Bracket.
guys see this squadron of Gandits pass by silently and further back the path which you guys came.
Okay.
All right, and you guys continue on forward.
And after that, the second they walk away, I fall into the woods, breaking multiple tree branches. Not loud enough to turn around, but enough for like.
You're in the grasslands. You're in the plains.
There are occasional leaves and twigs, but not a lot. It mainly has to be blown in from the shade shower forest, so it's very scarce. But there are like pricker bushes and like things like that you can find. So there are some things that you can fall into and snap some little twigs and stuff. So, all right, and you guys continue forward. About another 20 or so minutes pass by when Nock, something catches your eye from around the corner of the next hill. On the right hand side, there seems to be some sort of tower that seems to be starting to stick up over the hillside.
Okay. About how far out are we? Like,
So
how
you
long-
can gauge from where you are flying right now. It is over on the other side of the hill, so it's probably a good like 300 to 400 feet when you first notice it from there. Noticing it only because the night sky has cleared up a little bit for a good moonlight, as well as there do appear to be a couple of torches lit at the top of the tower. And that area where the tower is from, there seems to be a little bit more light protruding from that section, as if like there might be something down in that section because it's pretty well lit.
How high up is it approximately? How tall is the tower?
You can only see the top of it right now. You'd have to get a little bit closer to see the ground to be able to get like a nice angle to gauge how high the tower is. Do you want to get closer?
it out of the way?
It's to the right side of the path. So looking at the path ahead that your friends would take, that your friends and you would take, it doesn't go out of the way. It's more like a, hey, if you can keep on going
Parallel.
straight,
Yeah.
and you'll be able to see it on your right. So it's like it's to the side of the path you're taking.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I would say you guys keep on the path. I'd like come down on Vane a little, fly alongside. You guys keep going. I just want to take a look at that tower in the distance. So I just want to see what the deal is. I'll message if anything happens.
Yeah, be safe.
Yeah, be safe.
Okay.
Be safe.
Good copying, everyone. Good job.
Communication.
All right. We all communicated with one another. All right. I'll get going.
I imagine we all for once mimicked Yamakowski instead. Instead of him mimicking us.
Okay,
All
yeah,
right.
I'll quietly fly on me and just kind of do a swoop
All right.
nearby. Low to the ground so that it's not too easy to see.
Roll stealth checks.
All of us? Or...
No, just Nock and Vane. Unless Oliver wants to be sprinting behind them to keep up.
Yeah, no, I don't work. I don't
Cocked,
work out. It's not gonna go well.
I'm gonna roll Vane's again because it was cocked. That
Cocked.
is 21 for Vane.
Nice.
And that is good for a knock. That's a 14 for knock.
Okay. Just staying lower to the ground, but still slightly above the normal level, flying around the hillside to get a slight angle on it. Roll a perception check, Knock.
Is Vane able to roll one too, or just me?
Vane can. Vane won't have an easy way to communicate like what Vane sees, but yeah, you can roll one for Vane too.
Okay. Alright. I will look first. Mine is... That is 12. For
12.
Vane is much better. Hers is 21 again.
21.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So Vane's able to see a little bit more than what you can. But Knock, with your 12, what you can see as you get around the corner, kind of Vane gets you over into a hillside behind like a rock, little kind of rock cliffside that kind of has a little alcove you can sit in and look over. And in the tower, you can see the tower seems to stand about like 50 feet in the air. Has a ladder that climbs up from the bottom to go up, with a like circular wooden paneled roof over it and little bars around the edge or railings. And you seem to see 4 humanoid creatures walking around the top up there. At the bottom, you do see about another 4 humanoid creatures, and they seem to be in front of a large plot of land where there seems to be grains and other crops growing in this area. The 4 on the ground seem to be harvesting some, or at least putting crates of different things from the harvest in, loading it up on wagons as if they're going to be transporting it somewhere.
Gotcha. Okay. Could I take a minute to do the primeval awareness and just see how many people are actually in the area? I get 5 miles for humanoids and elementals, which is insane.
Yep. So you can take the minute to do primeval awareness. You do, in this immediate area, you detect those 4 up there, 4 up down there. On the other side of the field of crops, you do detect another 4 on the opposite end of it. It seems to expand for a good maybe like 260 to 300 feet across in here. So on the other end of there, you do detect 4 more. You do detect, I'd say, about a quarter mile to the east, and under the ground there seem to be 4 people moving away from you guys in the opposite direction, but the direction that you guys were moving towards, like the location where the starfall might be, and you detect them underground, and as it goes out further and further, you do see random patches or detect random patches of space where there are several groups of 4 above the surface and below.
Okay. I think Nock will just kind of mentally kind of keep a track of where those people were
Mhm.
and plan around that in our route.
Duly
going
noted.
forward. Yeah.
All right, and one thing that catches your eye with the extra minute you spend here and just taking in the normal surroundings as well is there does appear to be a lot of weaponry on top of the tower, like extra bows, arrows, racks of ammunition, and things like that. And you think there might be a chest up there as well.
I think we need to drop some bombs on it and then go steal the chest.
If Nock was Yamakowski, ooh, okay.
I'm not gonna bomb a
don't
bunch
love
of
that
markers.
accusation.
Is it wrong, Callum? Is it
It's
wrong?
not, and that's why I don't love it. Okay.
Let me see something.
Callum
I
can never
have-
deny something that I tempt him with.
It's
Or,
I know. It's,
tempt them with, sorry.
well, Yamakowski is a he, so that's okay. Like,
I appreciate when I mess up. I will always catch myself, so I appreciate you guys.
That actually was the funniest thing when I was playing Rain. Because I was switching between talking as Rain and being me. And you would be baffled at what pronoun to use constantly.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to cast Pass Without Trace.
do
On
it.
just yourself in vain?
Do it.
Do it. Have an adventure. Just don't
I will.
die.
I'm gonna
Do it.
message because I should know approximately where my friends are. They're probably not 120 feet away by now, right? It's only
You
been
have
a
the
minute.
message? You have the message
I
cantrip?
have the message cantrip. Yeah, that was.
Hey, I was about to
Weird.
say, I heard you say message
Cantrip.
earlier. I'm like, is that what they took for a
Yeah.
cantrip?
Yes, it is.
Yes, they are still, it's kind of getting probably at that range, but 100, they're definitely within 120, and you can point in that general direction.
Yeah. I'll just say, looks like treasure on top of the tower.
Who do you say that to?
I'm gonna talk to Brackett.
What's the plan,
Seems
boss?
like treasure on top of the tower. Do you think I should try to get it?
Can I,
They have a
can
lot
I
of
even
weapons.
message them back?
Yeah.
So yes, when the message gets sent out, you just randomly get Nock's voice in your head. That's new. You're not sure how that happens.
Okay.
And you're not sure how the spell works, but Nock just
I will
spoke to you
think
asking
back.
a question. So.
Go for it. We will stealthily approach the tower closer in case something goes wrong.
You'll get another one. Okay. Yeah, just be careful. There's a lot of people nearby.
I will dismount off my horse.
Okay. And what do you say now to the rest of them, Bracket?
I say, we're gonna stay low and spread out a little bit, but within eye shot of each other.
Actually, but Yamakowski can't really come along with me.
Stay quiet, and we'll keep an eye out if anything goes wrong for Nock.
Hold
If
on.
you hear some
If you
commotion,
come and
we go
swoop
in.
down and get me, Vane can pick me up. But also, I also
you're-
think Oliver should stick with the horse in case we need to beat a hasty retreat.
Oh, right.
I will.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna let the
Yeah.
horse a little way towards. Is this all opening? Is there no like hills or anything? Rocks.
It's
rocks
Roll
field?
a perception check.
Okay. That seems completely reasonable.
Yeah, we're playing D&D after all.
Yeah, we should roll for it. That's a 17.
Yeah, you can find a little section cut off in the hill. They're not perfectly like smooth and round. There are sections that are broken off, little sections where looks like at some point maybe a rock had been thrown here at some point and just cut up, like punched a hole in the side of the mountain and different little alcoves, so you can find a section to kind of put Hamel off in and
I will
tell him
tell
to stay.
Hamel, keep quiet there. If you hear commotion or I call for you, come immediately. You just have to say yes, master. He fucking speaks the same language I do.
So, which one is it? Because Callum said that when he did the turtle,
they can't speak, they can understand.
they can understand, they just can't speak it
They're
back.
just
I think we
abnormally
did it as they
smart for their
spoke in the beginning.
I
But
wonder if we just let Hamel be smarter than any other horse.
I'm gonna go back to speak with animals just so it doesn't lose the power, that spell. But Hamel is smart and can understand. And yes, if speak with animals is cast, then you can talk to him.
He can talk back at least. He understands what I say when I give him commands.
Yes. So he can respond back like Vane does.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Pass without trace.
Just on you and Vane?
So what it says is that for the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you has a +10 bonus, and it lasts an hour. So I would assume that I could add people in later.
Does it say you have to stay within the person that casts, or can you just choose that amount of people and then they're good for an hour?
I think when they're within the 30 feet, they're good, but when they go out of the 30 feet, they're not. That's what I would guess.
I thought it would, because it's not a concentration effect, is it?
It is.
Let me read the wording.
For an hour. A
I
veil
think
of
it's
shadows
just that you
and
affect
silence
them and then
radiates
they can
from you,
spread out.
masking
so,
you
that
and your
too, but you have to keep
companions
your
from
concentration.
detection. For the duration, each creature you choose within 30 feet of you, including you, has a +10 bonus to dexterity, stealth checks, and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So I would
That's pretty
assume that
cool.
means anyone within 30 feet of me that I choose.
Yes.
So this is
So-
for the duration.
So you can choose everybody in the party when you cast it if you kind of go back to that area.
Yeah.
But then if you get outside 30 feet of them, then they won't get that bonus. So you fly
Yeah,
back
if
in
I
that
come
area.
back.
Yeah.
We can
As long as
disappear
you
again.
hold concentration, and whenever they are within 30 feet of you, when you are holding concentration, they get it.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah.
I
Cool.
realize
fly
that
back
Nelson
and
looks
get-
he can be a Dragon Ball like character now. Is after if he gets found, he can just hover on his little sled. Standing
Oliver,
up.
you mean?
Yeah, Oliver just plop down into the grass again.
Yeah,
Alright,
I would
so-
get within 30 feet, cast it, and then fly off.
Swoop past us.
All right.
Yeah.
Wait, so
So-
did you want me to come with you or not?
I feel like extra people is I'm a little worried about you have the disc, right? So the disc you can't come because then Oliver will come as well.
Well, no, the disc can't
Can
go
you-
up, and I can also just drop. It's.
Can you imagine if Vane just grabbed Yamakowski and flew off, and then Oliver just went
Exactly.
whoop? It's just
Yeah,
kinda
and
like-
Brackett's just sitting there in the grass, kind of hidden, like, this was not the plan we discussed.
I feel like it's safer for less people to
Yeah,
go.
no, I
Alright,
feel you.
great.
So that it's like, because also if I'm just on Vane, then she doesn't have reduced speed, and we can just fly out of there if it gets bad.
You also still
bracket.
have your aid, so.
So Bracket, Nock took the right path around the mountain to approach it, the same path that they took when they were scouting ahead. Do you follow that same path underneath over the hillside, or would you like to go around the hill to come out from the other side? Or you can go over the hill if you want to climb to the top of the hill.
I'm not gonna go over the hill because that makes me a fucking sitting duck target with no ranged attacks. I am not useful on top of a hill. Put me on top of a hill, I'm like, yay, I have a sword.
I can throw it.
Yeah, like, that's a terrible place for me to be. I will go around the backside and sneak that way.
Okay.
And stay away. I have such poor stealth, I kind of want to walk near the main path.
Okay. All right, Nock, you and Vane roll stealth checks as you are flying back closer to the tower.
Mine was not good. No. 11.
With a plus 10 though.
Oh, right. 21. I forgot. That was the whole reason of doing that.
You just pulled a Laura Bailey right there.
Let's see. That was 24 for me.
Okay.
So 21 and 24. That's good.
Yeah, Vicky's gonna be over here getting like a 36.
I don't love that.
Well, he has to roll all their perceptions.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay, you're right. No, that makes sense. I was
know
like,
what's happening.
uh-oh.
I may
The
be fucked
anxiety
up.
level with each level, more time you
You
roll.
named like a bunch of people. I lost track of how many. That's what I was saying. It was enough that
No,
one.
you're
I'm
right.
not remembering
You're
this.
right. I forgot there were 12 people in and around the tower. I was just like, those are attacks. Arrows are attacking you. Oh no.
All right, Nock, what do you do?
I have a plan if I
just
get caught.
kind of want to go up towards the top of the tower.
And try to land on the top?
Yeah.
Hey, Oliver,
Okay.
do you know the plan if I get caught?
Wait,
What?
aren't there people up on top?
You know the plan.
There's a little wooden, like, circular rooftop at the top of the tower. So Vane is able to fly and get right at the center top of the tower silently, and nothing seems to be disturbed. As you approach there, Nock, you do see Brackett, Oliver, and Yamakowski approaching from the other side of the hill, just with your keen perception of the area. You guys, can you roll your stealth checks as you're approaching the area?
Yeah, that wasn't horrible. Are we within range of Nock?
Range, buddy.
17.
What
No.
range are you talking about?
No, it's
I rolled
30
30
feet.
I rolled
Oh,
a
yeah.
no.
I didn't think so. I have to ask.
I'm at the top of a tower.
I have to
Even if you were at the
ask.
bottom, it's a 50-foot tower.
12.
All right, and Yamakowski?
24.
Okay. You guys approach closer and closer, and you get to a point to the side where there seems to be a rock ledge right before it gets over to the grounds in which the tower is in the field beyond. You guys seem to be able to get up to there without being detected. The creature, the humanoids now loading the carts into or the crates into carts. They're between 30 to 45 feet away, all of them from you guys on the ground. Nock, you have a good vantage point of anybody who's not in the tower below you. What do you guys do?
How far
What
away
are the
are my
humanoids?
friends?
Patiently wait.
Looking at them, they do seem to be mainly humans, elves, half-elves, and Arakakras.
Are they wearing chains? Are they slaves?
Roll perception check.
Okay.
Are my buddies within 120 feet?
Which buddies?
My
Look around.
friends.
Oh,
My party.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Using buddies, I just got confused for a second.
Yeah.
I'll get back to that.
Right.
Yamakowski, what'd you get?
Hold on 1 second.
Not allowed.
31.
You need to do it immediately. Jesus
Ah,
Christ,
pressure,
31.
boy.
31. No, they don't appear to be in chains. They seem to be in makeshift uniforms of sorts, of just leather armor and scraps put together, but they are branded with the symbol of the Gandits. And with your 31 fucking perception,
I have a plus 13.
yeah, I know, fuck you.
He's character, but that's why he keeps dying.
You keep
That's how we
talking like that.
balance
I'm
it.
gonna take the alert feat, buddy.
You
or
can
observant
see,
or whatever.
You can see on the four who are on the ground. You can't see it on anybody else. You don't have an angle on that, but you do seem to see all of them as they're moving around and like their cloak moves. Times there does seem to be like almost like a glowing like rune or sigil that you see kind of like flash that seems to be in a pocket. Just odd little flash of light that you catch as you're looking at them.
Does
Okay,
it look
can
like
I
they're
try?
actually loading grain in now that I'm closer? Does it look like they're transporting something else?
Roll your perception check and then Bracket, you'll be next.
I have more questions once it's my turn again.
Keep rolling so bad, guys.
We used it all up in the beginning.
I was about to say, you guys had several nat 20s this session. What are you talking
Yeah,
know,
we
about?
just used it up is the problem.
8.
Yeah, sorry, we're not a party of rogues anymore.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh,
I
that's
rolled a
expecting.
6 plus nothing.
From your
6.
angle, Nock, it does look
Yeah.
like they just appears to be grains, corn, other things like that that you can see out in the field as well.
I don't think so.
Bracket,
Yeah, wait my turn. See everyone would be proud of me. I use
I am.
vines. I get as close as I can because we're at like a cliff edge and they're slightly below us, right?
Yes.
Okay. I get as close to that cliff edge without them seeing me as possible, and I use divine sense.
Okay, and what does Divine Sense detect again?
As an action, you can detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the hollow spell, or know the location of any celestial, fiend, and undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. You can use this feat 5 times for a long rest.
So, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I want to make Divine Sense a little bit more useful.
That'd be
Ooh, I
good.
love that.
Because it's such a cool ability, but it is trapped with its 60-foot fucking radius. Like it doesn't help in like unless you're in like a dungeon or something. In 60 feet bracket, you do not detect and know any location of any celestial, fey, fiend, or undead. But beyond your 60-foot radius, somewhere in the vicinity on the air, you do detect the hint of there being some sort of fiend.
Oh, yippee.
That means it's not within 60 feet, but this is the first time you're kind of getting a little bit more feel with your divine sense beyond your 60 feet. You're not sure how far that feel is detecting, but you do get a fiendish presence.
Okay.
Does he get direction or?
No, it's the first time I've ever felt it. I just feel the presence.
Okay.
So how far up? You know what? Can I just ask Wet Hands to go and pickpocket, like be invisible and pickpocket one of those
Oh, fuck with them.
little glowing things off of them?
You want to send Wet Hands out?
Yeah, he can turn invisible, right? Like he's not just like always an outline of himself.
With the form that he has, yes, he can't go completely invisible. He is always seen, but he can travel freely through the ground and things like that. So like
Okay,
he
so
can do his.
Yeah, I'll have him like pickpocket the glowing thing off of them with his invisible mage hand from inside the floor. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like,
the mage hand is invisible. Yes. He casts mage hand, and you're directing him over there. Roll a sleight of hand check for Wet Hands.
does he use my bonus or?
I would say Wet Hands can get a +5 to sleight of hand.
That's a 21, sir.
21. So you see one as it's an Arkakra, and he seems to be lifting a crate up and putting it into the cart, and his cloak kind of lifts up for a second, and you pull it over, and it floats gently, unnoticed, over to you. In Bracket, you see Bracket and Oliver. You see Yamakowski now holding this leather parchment that does seem to have a symbol carved into it and glowing. Does anybody understand, like, read Undercommon?
Yes.
You know it says open in Undercommon.
Like the scroll just says open.
It's just a little leather piece of parchment that just says open, and it seems to be glowing subtly, like a very slight glow.
Oh, motherfucker, we just found a key card to get into their underground city.
You say
I don't
key
know
card.
that.
Do I know
Well-
that?
You would probably the term pass key is around, not key card, so I'd say if anything you would maybe say pass key.
I definitely didn't say that in character, but also neither me or Oliver have any knowledge of the Gandit's underground layers.
Yeah, okay, so what do you actually say then as the leather comes
Can
towards
I
you?
investigate the leather piece?
Yeah, once I get it in my hand, I'm just gonna show it to the party and see what they say. Oliver tells me it says open, and I guess I
And
don't really know
bracket.
what to do from there. Yeah, you guys can do what you want with it. Like, I don't. They all seem to have this.
How do you investigate a bracket?
I'm just gonna kind of look at it and try and get a gleam of its magic. I don't know a lot about magic,
Roll an
but
Arcana check.
I'm gonna do my besticles.
Hey,
As well as-
paladins don't
Your
often do
besticle.
Arcana checks. Let's see. It could always be an
Besticle
As
is a
well as I'm
receptacle.
doing a little bit of. I have knowledge of key cards and pass keys from my time at the dispensary.
Oh my god.
I love that.
I will shoehorn this not real backstory into bracket until it's real.
What's your roll?
As is the way.
19 plus whatever I have for Arcana. Give me a sec. I don't have
Probably
my character sheet up. I moved back to
That's
Twitch.
crazy.
I'm actually surprised too. It's a +0, but 19. I'm so happy. I never get a roll on something useful. It's always bullshit.
You lucky bastard.
It's always
Bracket.
bullshit.
When you when Oliver says it says open on there, you immediately get the connection that this must be like the way to get in, like it will gain you access just by having it near it. And the way it glows, when you have it, you kind of like move it a little bit, and as it moves in one direction, it gets a little bit dimmer. As you move it in the other direction, more towards the east, it starts to glow a little bit more, as if it might be
Guiding.
almost detecting an entrance or something that it's connected to.
I think we should give it to Nock to hold on to, since they're the one with like mobility and tracking.
In the long term, yes, but for now, I'll go in my shirt pocket.
Nock, what do you do up at this while you're on top of the tower?
Are the people on top talking about anything?
Roll
Right.
a perception check to try to listen
Trains aren't
in.
real yet. That answer.
That is
Watermills.
a 14.
A 14? You can hear idle chat, not the full conversations from there.
Yeah.
They are talking about big harvest, getting ready for the winter. You do hear about the recovery of some sort of captain that had his leg blown off. Seems to be getting some sort of prosthetic blessed by the gods.
Gonna take it from him.
Gotta take it from him.
He won't
If you
need
stay
it where
for a
he's
couple-
going.
If you stay for a couple minutes later, they'll start honestly looking up at the sky, and you can see them start like pointing out like stars and stuff like that. They seem to be just getting a little distracted. And the ones on the ground, they finish putting the last card in. You can hear one be like, "All right, then move it to the other side of the field. We'll get these all brought over tomorrow to the HQ." And the card starts moving off. Do you guys do anything?
I can't hear that.
Now that I'm on top of the tower, does it actually look like I think I asked this already actually. It looked like they were just moving grain from the top of the tower.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Aren't you just there to grab a chest?
Vane is gonna make a little sound, like just quiet enough just for you to hear, and kind of points out over to the further side of the field. On the left side, you can see past stalks of corn that are blowing in the breeze, a little bit of flame. There seems to be a cart coming forward as the other cart is passing through. And as soon as the carts pass by and the one heading in your direction is getting closer, you can see that cart is accompanied. Next to it, there seems to be a Gandit sitting on the back of a two-headed hellhound, walking in the direction around the field.
We need
Headed
grenades.
towards
Patrolling.
us?
Just patrolling, walking around, not directly finding anything, but heading in this direction.
Okay.
And
Are
that
my
is where we can end this month's session.
Oh, jerk, asshole.
Can we at least go for 20 more minutes? We're already a little
No,
over.
for a Harveston started combat, Brian knows better. He's a smart boy.
I
He
know,
knows
but I
not
want
shooting
to.
that bitch in the fucking face.
Nock, you haven't seen a hellhound since your tribe.
It's been a little bit.
I don't think I've ever seen a hellhound. So
The
Oliver,
temptation of shooting it is strong.
Oliver, you have never seen one not in a cage. In the Underzista, they sometimes have hellhounds in some of the cage fights, so you 100% have seen them there, but
okay,
never outside the confinement of the death battles.
okay.
Yamakowski, I would say you have seen a hellhound only once before, and that was when you were riding the Duna platform over to the death battle, and you were going over the cages where it holds the people, the monsters. You were able to see a hellhound down there.
Just so I can rest easy tonight. Are my friends within 120 feet of me so that I can?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, wait. Do you want to send a message?
Hour ago.
I'm so
Okay.
sorry. Here,
Cool.
one last
No,
thing.
you're fine.
What did you want to say to them? And it can be this now too, as you notice the hellhound.
Yeah. I'll message Bracket. I think this is more trouble than it's worth.
Thank God.
And that is
Let's go home.
And that is where we will end the session right there after that message.
Okay.
Cool.
That was
All
the
right,
session.
guys. Well, you are.
We got
Let's see.
info at the very least.
You got some info, and you're about a third of the way to where it is on the map on the grasslands. Good progress today. That we honestly super proud of us, guys. We got somewhere today.
Hell yeah, we got somewhere.
Every session we'll get somewhere. I'll just drink more
We
next
managed to level up.
Yeah, level 7.
I am excited to be a druid. I think I don't remember 100%, but I think originally I was considering being a druid at the very beginning of the game.
And then I think Aisha just wanted to be a druid and played Kyron, so you were like, okay,
Yeah,
I don't
so I
want
was
to
like,
double
well,
up
that's
druid.
close
be
enough.
an animal lady. I remember that in our original message chat.
Yeah. And I was like, well, you know what would go well is a ranger. That makes sense. Like, then they could kind of be in the same kind of situation. And now
It was always predetermined.
I guess
Determined by the gods.
Yeah.
Xylia,
All
as
right.
foretold, this is what will
I'm
happen.
excited about it.
And I.
Well. Yes.
Are we still live?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, let's take the next one. I wanted to get ready for planning the next session.
Okay, let's do that.
Thank you guys for coming along for this night's disaster. We're excited to see the combat in the next session and seeing where the adventures of the Misfits take them on the search for
That
Stardust.
shit's supposed to be avoidable, Brian.
It could be, but I know you guys.
Self-control.
Thank you guys
Maybe
so
we'll
much
have
for
it.
coming. We'll
That's how
catch
much
you
I
for the
drank.
next disaster. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
What a fun game.
That was so good.
That was good.
I did want to